and then hopefully YouTube should go live at any moment. Now I'm gonna communicate with the audience. Look, we have professional dashboards. What, I already got my professional dashboards. All right. We're gonna start to see real soon about how this one goes. Let me recheck my audios for a couple of seconds, guys. Start to see how this one goes. Let me check my audios. Ah, I think I figure out what happened. Yep, this is actually something very crucial. Oop. Let me retry that one more time. Okay. The second screen is a torture, especially when it has to be connected via. I'm gonna keep in tap because this is actually the live the watch along clean feed, right? And I'm not really sure about the timing on this one. There seems to be a fair share of trouble yesterday's when it's come to the whole schedulings of MCCM season 7. I mean, not even to mention, like, I cannot really tune in on weekdays, man. Okay, another couple of minutes. Oh, okay. There's people picking up conversation in the chat streams, so I guess that's good. Of course, we are. I'm not even sure if there's any sort of English live streams currently going on for M Challenge Cup Mekong, but I'll try to do my due diligence. Okay. I think it needs to. We should have one, right? It can't be that. It can't be that bad. Okay. There's only a watch along. I think a couple of days ago for me. So that would probably be what I try to do. Okay. Okay, it's gone. Yep. I don't want to really lost out on any of it. Okay. I think there's some sort of delays going on. I mean, the last I checked, it was like 49 seconds at the actual countdown screens. But like, man, it can be quite troublesome hosting MLBB. Okay. Okay, you're losing a plot here, man. Seriously, it cannot be that bad. All right, we are. I mean, of course we're already live, but I'm thinking that there's currently nothing here. Let me recheck the streams. Yeah, I'm not. Okay, okay. The streams actually come back, so shouldn't that be the case as well here? Hello. They're seriously gonna left us in the blind like this until the draft phase comes, I think. But okay, so I guess officially welcome to M Challenge Cup Mekong season 7 watch along, and also supposedly English castings by me, Facepalm. Currently, right now, I believe that this is a series of best of 5 in the semifinals. It's going to be Nightmare Esports from Laos, the long-standing Thai Terriers, going up against BaconTime, the second runner-ups from MSL Thailand season 1. I don't really know what to expect. I've heard that the first match already gone through, and it's actually yeah, okay. So Coach Mikasa also live streams, and he's currently in the blind as well. I mean, at the very least, like, show us Dr. Marks and Bird 5-star, our Thai casters, you know, it couldn't be that bad to just show us about who it is, in order to have some sort of animated version out there, okay? But I'm going to post everything on Facebook real quick, and then we can definitely catch up on this. Look, I'm all about the screens being bad, man, but you better not let it be any sort of okay. I mean, still gotta wait, I guess. Actually, match number 1 has already gone through, and I believe it was Nightmare Esport who takes the lead. This is a best of 5 series, so I mean, it's one thing when it's best of 5, but at the same time, I believe that there's also a very clear gap in between games, right? I'm not conscious of whether the gap between games are actually this long in MSL Thailand, because yeah, like people got a fair share of time to regroup and reset, you know, especially for the losing teams, like BaconTime in this case. Okay, I'm going to carry out my live streams. Yeah, it cannot be that bad, the whole connection stuff. But I mean, look, if for as long as I can go along well, shouldn't be too big of a problem. Oh my god. Oh, all right. We are off and running. Finally, the draft phase has finally begun between BaconTime choosing to be the first pick this time around, and I think they already banned out Arlott. B-Boss is not playing. B-Boss not playing, and in fact, his future is pretty much like up in the guessing games right now, because to be fair, he did mention that he's only going to compete it in MSL Thailand Season 1. Nothing is set in stone yet whether he will be featured for BaconTime in Season 2. He would most likely remain as an MLBB streamers, because according to him, the contract was quite for that extended amount of time. Jusin was banned as well from Nightmare's side. Of course, couldn't let that fall into the hand of Exhort. And then I guess there's Paquito. For Nightmare, I guess there's so many familiar names here. I mean, definitely Juviana, Jasmine, Alexi. A lot of people kind of count them out, especially when Leon Esports sort of like assert that dominance. Why is that dude speaking Thai? Marcel, of course. So, yeah, my point being that a lot of people choose to kind of giving giving Nightmare a bit of a stick because of how they perform in a Thailand local tournament. Like I believe it was Richman Cup, right? Either that or Legend Risings, where they lost to Na Dang Bu Fa, a Red Face Blue Hands. But what you have to mention, what is definitely needs to be addressed there was that Nightmare in that rosters was actually having to comply with the Thailand rules, which I believe it has to feature like 2 or 3 Thai players. So what they do was they sign Thai players in, right? Sorry, I couldn't recollect the names, but yeah, that's what basically they have to do in order for them to kind of get this sort of setups in order for them to be able to compete. So they feature a lot of Thai players instead of I guess the Filipinos imports that they have. And then they can only feature like the Laotian players for a couple of them in order to comply with the rules. So the performances was definitely like not the best one to look out for. Oh, Valia by Exhort. Interesting. There's so many stuff to talk about. So many. Coach Mikasa leaving Vali Thai. Hydra and Arenas revamp the entire MLBB squads, like player and coaches. And I guess there's also a part about the national teams, the ENC national team call-ups for Thailand, which is actually draw quite a lot of attention and controversy. I'm still trying to find an angles to kind of portray it in a non-biased ways. Okay, I respect Coach Precotista a lot. Not every single decisions that he made aligns with mine, but at the same time, I can obviously extend myself to understand how he plays this sort of games. But that being said, BaconTime already, Exhort, Harith, and Eve. Oh man, bro, you really need to look out for. Wait, Cammy is not playing though, right? I'm not sure if Cammy is still with Nightmare, but right now we have Nomad, and then also I did. Teresa was banned, and an XP lane options. Weezong is still open for BaconTime. Yeah, so they already closed out with Sora, so that kind of give them a bit of a leeway to put more pressure onto the XP lane options for BaconTime. Now BaconTime can either double down on this, but I think that they're probably gonna shut down the. Wait, so they already got like the whole lane. And I need to rewatch game 1 as well, but from the look of it here, it seems like Nightmare really did prioritize like the laning phase, hero first. So Eve in the mid lanes, Harriet at gold, and then Sora on XP one. So right now they're trying to shut down the roamers options, maybe even potentially junglers. But at the same time, Bacon has yet to open up their jungler options either. And Omson is currently, I believe he is sort of like a substitute, that's for sure. Weezong was banned by Nightmare, yep. Let's see. Interestingly, they choose not to go for Bashir. Could that be BaconTime last bans, or maybe I'm seeing that they not necessarily prioritize on the jungler position, which is very odd considering that B-Boss is not playing. So what I can anticipate it right now is that, yeah, they probably, I mean, for Nightmare side, I'm not too worried, because if I remember correctly, it was Lexi, right? Lexi was the jungler, and I think that he's like brilliant. I remember still back in his time when I was casting M Challenge Cup season 2, I think in 2023, like this guy is unreal on Martis. Okay, ban phase is already over. Jasmine could potentially open up with the jungler positions to trying to force the options out of BaconTime's hands even further. No, Hilda, right? I saw Hilda being picked. That's dope. Man, I don't know about the drafting phase right now, because it seems like Nightmare is cooking. I really need to see how BaconTime can potentially like revisit this 100%. I'm gonna try to force this one down slightly further as well. Just try to make sure that I can get the live up and running anytime soon. Nope, sorry. Currently, let's see, for BaconTime, the roamer positions, they're always Basia, but I don't think this is the right game for him right now. Harith against Basia would be a disastrous matchup if he ever to be found. Okay, Lapu Lapu, I guess for Kang Kang and the Leomore as the last pick for Omsan. I mean, one of the for Omsan's, like, I believe that he's meant to be a roamer, right? I think I've read that by the time that BaconTime signed him, or was it because, yeah, I think it's because I saw Omsan's play earlier with a Made in Black, which is BaconTime's unofficial academy team. So I kind of have this hunch that, yeah, Omsan does have an experience. He's definitely not new to MLBB. I mean, yes, he's picked up that experience. So I guess he picked up the game somewhere around the same time frame as the BaconTime rosters, right? At least the Thai rosters in Gandenzi or Kang Kang. Oh, and Suyo by Nightmare. Man, Nightmare's draft is very terrifying. You got Hilda in to draw out any sort of engagements, and then Sora to try to with the CC damage from real world manipulations, and then also Salmon Force. Like, this is scary. For BaconTime, I guess you can say they're trying to play a bit more to their strength. If there's any fault back in, whoop, only half the screen is coming right up. But yeah, Spider Mouse with the glue. The winning conditions for Nightmare is I think a bit easier, I have to say. Okay, I've heard the greetings into the Land of Dawn already, but no visual yet. Whoop. All right, off we go. I'm probably gonna go and check my screen real soon if whether everything is going fine. But for now, Man, this is not good. Let's see. So, okay, a match up, and then I think that Omsan is trying to stick closer to the mid lane duos to kind of like intercept the minion waves, and then also I guess to supply the damage early. Because if they can manage to get I did early, I think that would be great. Okay, Jasmine. That's a name that I haven't heard in some times, man. And then also Lexi. Not that much engagement right now. I can see that Gun and Seas is a bit on the upper hands, can force Nomad into the turrets, but Lexi is right there. Evil Quellers is about to be online at any moment by the time you reach level 4. All right. This is ridiculous. I gotta scale down, at least for now, guys. I'm so sorry. Okay. I mean, 720, not too bad, but could have been better. Ooh, 3 stacks into the outbushes. Got caught by Void Crystal as well. Lexi flanking them from the left side. Turtle already being spawned. BaconTime's gonna be the first to the scene, but Jasmine right behind. Jasmine's okay. Like I was about to say, like his scaling is not really up on par currently with, I guess, Omsen. Whoop, Kang is on such a low HP right now. Spider-Man trying to force out the fight. Juviana first. Oh, and real world relations. Nice zoning by Nightmare as well. They're going to trade in Juviana first, but right now, that's quite on time. Lexi's got the turtles here. BaconTime's looking for collaterals, but not going to be there at the moment. Oh, man. Oh, and then, of course, they try to commit to the fight here. Gun and Steve with a blazing duet. Spider-Man's flanking into finishing off. I did as well, but he's right in the commotions. Lexi trading him off. And I think Kang's still looking for another fight. Lexi as well got burst out by Gun and Z. Oh, man. A bloodbath. 3 goes to BaconTime. And the trade-off earlier not really going into Nightmare's favor that much. Oh, Juviana. Now, that's what I'm talking about. Going 3 against 1 over a Turtle Siege is not really like optimal for a Nightmare. But yep, Juviana respawned and then managed to re-access the games quite rather quickly. Can flank Kang straight away. I'm not even sure if it's, what is this map like? What are we looking at? Flying Clouds? Is Flying Clouds or Expanding River? Okay, Salmon Force expanded already. Gun and Seas right within the areas, but also with the blazing duets as well, already being committed. Chrono Dash set up for Spider Mouse. Jasmine going and fight Gun and Z here, and Spider Mouse got flanked behind. BaconTimes could potentially lost 2 at the top lanes right now. Exalt trying to provide support for his Filipinos friends, but right now Jasmine trying to draw us out. Spider Mouse glue here as well. I did with the real world relations, supplying the damage, and not even Lexi to claim the kill. It would be him to finishing off Omson. Oh man. Yep. And the Nightmare can just cut in between the inner and outer turrets on the top lanes here. Not looking good at all. Gun and Z couldn't access to that outer turrets here. Nomad could potentially... Oh, what is he doing? No way, man. Oh, Gun and Z. Yep. He overcommitted to the outer turrets on the top lanes there. What exactly was he thinking? And right now, Spider-Man and Exalt really have to dishing out onto the top lane instead. I mean, of course, it can allow them to be in a position to contest for the turtles, but I don't think they're ready. They're already 3k in goal differences. Jasmine is already enough to hold off Spider-Mouse. I did and Juvena flanking in to invade the purple buff as well. Omson got caught in by Zora. Kang's trying to flank from behind. Just display from Lapu. Juvena could potentially looking for a trade here. BaconTime dispense a lot, but Juvena find ones first before get taken out by Kang. Oh, man. I haven't closed out my YouTube yet. Sorry, guys. Oh, and Jasmine fight Gun and Z once more. All right. Let's see what this one has in store for us, Kang. Let's see. Whoop. Okay. Just trying to find my... I'm just trying to go as low as 144. But right now, Nightmare just have all the positioning awareness. Jasmine and Juviana is already enough to figuring out where else of BaconTime can be. Spider-Man and Exalt really committed onto this top lanes here. And that's going to send the signals. Lexi can only match up against Ormson, which is can give BaconTime some sort of silver linings, but in all realistic scenarios right now, not looking good. They're trying to match up like a position for position. So Kang is going to find Juviana instead, and I don't think that's optimal at all. So right against Lapu Lapu is, especially off lane positions, it's not going to be that valuable for BaconTime. Spider-Man at the forefront, got chased by real world populations, and Chrono Dash coming in from Nomad as well. Jubilee find Exort first, already gonna see with the blazing duets, but not in time here. He managed to flash in right in time. Jasmine gonna come in to finish the job instead, and then Kang finds Juviana's out, but Jasmine go for the double with Spider-Man, 3 down by BaconTime, and the outer turrets on the top lanes are no more. Oh my days. Third turtle being spawned already. They got out macro right now. Ormson with the Phantom Steed set up by Sam and Fox Hope Nomad as well. At least he can save his own life, but Lexi's buying himself, taking his third turtles, claiming all 3 for Nightmare Esports. Kang could at least find Jasmine, but yep, not enough to finishing off him. Oh man. And now I guess Lexi can also split push onto the bottom lanes. Gonna find outer turrets first. Yeah, man, this is looking very grim for BaconTime. I mean, it's one thing when you can... Oh my. I'm not sure exactly why B-Boss, like, quit the scenes at this moment. At the very least, I'm talking about the competitive scenes, like... I'm about to say this. Thailand MLBB is in no place or time to have these problems. It's a persistent problem, right? About how much you earn as a player compared to as a streamers or content creators. That's entirely understandable. It's your own life, but like, come on. Okay. I'm gonna try to adjust here. And now I guess Juviana. Once again, this sort of overcommitment, they could be easily found out by BaconTime, but at this point I think the scaling was way too different. So 6k in goal difference. BaconTime can only do so much, but it's not going to be that much of value. Spider-Mouse at least finds one first in Jasmine, but Exhaust are already down. What is going on right now with the internet, man? This sucks. Okay, I'm gonna try to move up my cameras so it doesn't shut down onto Jasmine. Okay, perfect. And I guess right now 3's down by BaconTime's already against 1. They can invade another purple buff and possibly... They're not even gonna care on the outer turrets on the mid lanes no more, right? Because the side lanes are all that they need. That's the entire entry that they need, especially right now that they can kind of control the river. That's it. Oh. And possibly no contest whatsoever by BaconTime side. I'm trying to figuring out whether it's actually like, oh, Lexi fight gun and see once more. They're gonna try to take out the outer turrets here. Shouldn't be too big of a problem for them. Oh man. And then I guess let me check out real soon, guys. The bandwidth here is never supposed to be this bad. Okay, it's in this one right now. I'm trying to finally get this audio out, and then also I guess to no way. Man, Okay, sorry guys. Yep, I think that it's gonna be over. Probably not too much to sever right now for BaconTime, but yeah, I'm gonna try to find a way to get everything up and running again in a real time, guys. I mean, yeah, probably not too pretty right now for BaconTime. They've got out macro. I was about to say that it's kind of fishy since the drafting phase. Okay. Okay, finally, it's a breather for me. But yeah, at least it seems like we're back. For now, I'm gonna share my live stream and then I'm going to dip. I'm not staying around no more, man. It's a torture with this internet. Oh, come on. Yeah, I'm seriously. I need to run everything on my step screen right now. It's absurd how bad things can get. Yep. All right. At the very least, we are back. And right now, this is live streams. I'm gonna just share this, get this over with. All right. Yeah, definitely it's a torture. Sorry, guys. Salmon Force here at least for BaconTime. Who knows? Maybe a little bit of a casting here. Okay. OBS up running. Lexi as well, I guess. Yeah, definitely get rid of that for me. All right. We should be up and running at any moment now, hopefully. This time with all the resources expended. I guess like I have to do everything I can right now to shut down the entire internet consumption. This bandwidth is killing me, man. All right. Good, we're good, we're good. But yeah, it's not looking that bright right now. Okay, that's already being controlled to a different one. I guess if I were to look onto my streams, I'm probably gonna have to do it somewhere else. But yeah, definitely. Okay, let's see. I mean, I'm not really having that much of a high hopes for this match anymore. Probably just let's see how BaconTime can secure at the very least like Lord defense. Yeah, real world manipulations already sieging in onto flank with Salmon Force and Phantom Steeds. Everything connected to BaconTime right now. I did find Extort. Lexi's jumping into the mix here. Find Ormson first. Already gun and C with the Blazing Duets. Not landing on nobody. Jasmine can do a follow-ups here. And Lexi's already find another ankles. That Evil Quellers to finishing off Kang Kang as a double. I did for gun and C as well. Spider Mouse. There's only so much he can do. Salmon Force by Nomad finds him out. Kang Kang with one kill by Lexi. But yep, definitely gonna be enough. It's over. Nightmare Esport goes 2 up. They're reaching the match points already. Man, that was some performances. I have to give you that. Seriously. I mean, it just shows that they play to their strength. I think that the fact that they can finally like reclaim their titles in MCCM qualifiers in Laos also helps them out a lot as well. I mean, let's look here. Yeah, definitely. Here's the timing between the comms of them landing on I think a Salmon Force by Nomad as well, and then also Eve real world. Yeah, it's just the positioning, and I think that it's the whole draft phase already, which kind of all plays more into their hand, especially with all the scalings and almost like a snowball, right? Yep. Very interesting to see how this one gonna go straight up. But that is it for game number 2. Nightmares going up 2-0. Only one match left for them to proceed on to the grand finals. And BaconTime as well. I mean, I'm not really... You cannot really count on too much on a... When you have like a flexible jungler or you have like a sub in as like a sort of emergency junglers. It's great to give Omson sometimes as to practice, but like... yeah, is he's off position because I'm quite honest. I'm quite confident that he's actually meant to be the roamer for the team. So is that also why he chose to go with a YouTube jungler instead as well? Because like that's probably gonna be the pick that he prepped up with the team. Probably like let's say Leo Mord or maybe Basia. But Basia wasn't even picked or banned in that game, so it's entirely different context. I mean, yeah, have to wait for game number 3. I'm not really know why exactly like it could be that bad. Like, come on. All right. I'm just disconnected once more because I really need to get this out of the way. I think this is good enough. Okay. Okay. I'm gonna post it right now just to get rid of the Facebook here. Yeah, like I'm not expecting everything to be this bad, man. Especially like internet it's atrocious for me. I already said that like come on, like just do whatever it takes, make it so that is this what it is? Hardware encoding, H2 and 4. Resolution. Man, you cannot be that. Of course it's gonna be bad, man. Okay. I'll go with it's absurd. It's never supposed to be that high. 190 to 180. Yeah. I'm good with 120 to 170, man. Okay. And right now I guess we're still with the entire stuff. So we'll have to wait and see about that. On screen menu, audio real already being there. Hardware and encoding type instead. Okay, save. It's connected manually. Let's do this one more time. Okay. Okay. Yeah, this is looking real bad. Probably have to be 180, right? But if this can make it flowy, I'm not mind. Yeah, at the very least, it seems like finally all the connections here were a bit better. Probably have to try it out about the entire stuff real soon. Oh man. Hopefully everything is still running up and well. Let me see. Is it enough? Okay. I mean, we're still good to go, more or less. Having to wrestle with all this tech stuff, man. But yeah, definitely Nightmare's already like down by 2. That was not gonna go well for them. Once more with the settings. What I need right now is the right resolution for this. That was an overkill. Okay, the 920. That one was an overkill. I'm looking at the one that kind of can give us the... Okay, I mean, checked. One more time. Because I really need to settle about this way to kind of, I guess, what could potentially be consuming so much of my internet, right? Okay, I mean, I'll probably shut down Facebook as well, and then run the entire share stuff manually. Oh wait, what? The streams end. Is it just because my poor internet, or are we real right now? Oh man. I mean, okay. Guess I'll stick around with the actual stuff and then hit it up to 720. Yep. It never should have been, right? ถ้ายังบ่มีประสิทธิภาพและออบจะสู้ครับในเวลาฝึกซ้อมอีก10 ปี Yep. I mean, that's our game. Yeah, probably like I trying to keep it. I mean that makes sense. That definitely makes sense that they try to at the very least trying to switch up and kind of apply pressures on Gut and Z. I mean, there's another thing about transitioning players, right? We're looking at the players that possibly not gonna be have that much experience or have that much in their playbooks for how they can potentially switch up here. Yeah, like it's about the drafting phase right from the get-go. I also believe that it's kind of have to do with the fact that they were also currently still kind of applying more of the pressures onto the top lane as well. Plays their strength. The hero pool was sort of I think they made the impact straight away, but mhm. Did they find Juviana? I mean, yes, but at the same time, like Juviana was so elusive. Like there were moments where okay, he might be the first to get committed into the team fights, but then straight up away, he just sort of like diverges attentions and then flank himself from the middle. Mm. All right, here we go. A lot of Paquito. They should definitely ban Harith. Yep. Oh, but I was about to say that. You can't definitely afford that to be the case. All right. So Freya was probably blind ban picked by Nightmare. Meanwhile, BaconTime, I think they really need to readjust it and reprioritize their ban phase. Harith, Arlott, Nightmare could have just go along with that kind of formal ban picked already, Marcel as well by BaconTime. I kind of want to see Jasmine picked up Marcel though, considering how aggressive he can be, especially with the Hilda. Last man picked. There's probably the new adjustments probably put Paquito in the ban phase as well. So yeah, kind of force Phobius out could be the first pick for BaconTime. Would it just prioritize Phobius straight away? Yeah. Probably not, man. They definitely shouldn't. Spider Mouse on glue, meaning that they definitely have to like rely the progressions, or especially allowing Nightmare to Veteran first picked. I think they're just trying to find a comfort pick for Omsan. So that's why it has to be the pick that he kind of knows the heroes mechanically, considering that he was actually, I think it's safe to say he's actually is the roamer. So that's the reason why they... Yeah, I mean, as of buying pick for them is quite crazy though. Glue and then Bashir. So I think that at this point you can never really count out BaconTime as only the part for them to, because right now Nightmare is trying to, I guess, diversify the ways for them to pick. You know, when it comes to the hero pools, these players are definitely no-brainers, right? Juviana, Lexi, Jasmine, these are all like, they haven't played all these heroes options for years now. If you compare that to BaconTime, and maybe this play a part into Gun in Z and I guess Kang as well. Like, you have to understand, people were like, why is it Gun in Z? Why shouldn't it be let's say, I don't know, Cairo? Was it Cairo? Or was it why is it not Fukyo? Right? Who made it to Thailand national teams here, but like in front of Gun in Z. But like at the same time, you have to understand that when it's a transitioning players, one of the major factors that we have to consider is going to be the hero pools, right? Valia got picked once more by Exhort. At this point, I did still got Eve. I mean, no more Harith for sure, but Claude is still open up. Yeah, so BaconTime's already got the gold lane straight away. So right now they can just zero down on the picks here. Kaja got banned out by Nightmare, which is interesting. I'm not sure if I mean, of course Spider-Man is gonna have Kaja in his hero pools, but is it actually applicable to the games? Rezone got banned. Okay, so they're still trying to shut down. Wait, what? Okay, right, Glue as a roamer, right? That's the only explanation for me why they're still trying to give focus onto the XP laners. Lapu Lapu. I mean, Gan NZ wasn't too bad. Oh, sorry. Kang wasn't too bad on Lapu Lapu. He actually got the most score out of BaconTime, right? In the last games. All right. I think that BaconTime should probably try to diverge it down away from the XP lanes too, and also to shut down the gold laners option for Nightmare. Otherwise, like, they're probably gonna get clawed. There's also other stuff. Benedetta. So okay, right now always open up for Nightmares here. They could just go for Claude, exactly. And then another 2 picks by BaconTime. I mean, of course, carry against Claude, so it can potentially outrange him a bit, but Claude can easily close that gap with his mobility. Thamus. Hmm. Oh. Huh. Bayerik. I mean, I like what I'm seeing from BaconTime, but like, okay, would this caught Nightmare off guard? Potentially, but at the same time, is it enough to kind of looking to punish them? I mean, that's hard to tell. And then Juvena as a sorry, Juvena Valentina as a as the last pick for Nightmare. Yeah, it's a bit hard to say. So for Nightmare, definitely they can definitely looking for a very similar outlook in terms of offensiveness. Real world, but I did once more, and this time I guess you can also throw in blazing duets into the mix. And then there's also Exhort. Juliana with the Sora once more. Uh, alright, I mean, that makes sense. So there's going to be a bit more options for Juliana to copy IMU from, but right now Kang Kang's going to get pressure straight away. Spider Mouse also, his HP is not ready to commit to the big team fights. There's at least Exhort right now. Oh man. Oh no way, Exhort. That's very dangerous. Alright, Kang Kang. Trying to put pressure onto Juviana. IMU is not yet online. Ormsan trying to flanking in and looking for the first blood. Juviana can still kind of... Oh, flicker in for the first blood. Here goes to Nightmare instead. And then Jasmine coming to provide support at the bottom lane straight up. Yep. Not looking good at all. I mean, we're talking about the matchups, like positions per positions as well. What would be like the conditions for the late games here for Kari? If anything's like late game is something that BaconTime has failed to achieve in both games, and yeah, one also fall Exhort got picked up by an idiot, I guess. So yeah, no contest by this first turtle whatsoever. Against Nomad. Okay. Shieldity by Lexi. That can definitely apply pressure to Ormsons, but what exactly is the idea for BaconTime right now? They kind of cluster around, right? But at the same time, what's the idea? Nomads once more. Trying to put pressure on Gun and Z. Spider Mouse, man. I'm really baffled by his pick because okay, it's one thing to cut Nightmares off guard, but if you look at the first two games, you have to understand that the components really haven't got anything to do with Glue in particular. It's because Glue made Spider-Mouse have to be passive, right? He has to rely on the overcommitment by Nightmare side, which is less likely going to happen, or it's definitely not going to be as consequential when you're trying to at least like supply the damage in after overcommitted into our jungle side. Blazing Duet's coming in, and Spider-Mouse going to get finishing off by Lexi straight away. Oh my days. There's still no clean feed coming right up by... I'm currently watching the Thai broadcast right now, but I applied for the restreamers and clean feed for today. Is it being reopened? No, it does not. Bro, get a grip. Okay, I mean, oh, no, Matt. Got flanked by Gun NC. He is in very big trouble right now. Arms and Exort can provide covers right on time, but there's real world manipulations from IDIT once more. And then Kang flanking in as well, finding IDIT first. Kang try to chase down Nomad instead. Lexi's find the second turtles here. And then another fight breaks off. Glue got caught onto Ormson straight away. Spider-Mouse has to find one Appraiser's Wraith. Flanking onto two. Lexi's got him first already. And Spider-Mouse got burst down by Juviana and Jasmine as well. Oh man, 2 against 1. Oh man. Oh. Oh, Ganenzi, no way, man. Yeah, the coordinations is just something else by Nightmare. Yeah, try to pick up the pace, and definitely it's not going to be easy. Thompson? Whoop. Invade the purple buff here. Got driven away. Trying to find one first. Lexi got set up here. Revelations from IDIT can provide support enough to the team here. Pesos Race coming in by Ormson as well. Finding nobody. I think that's actually Juviana copying onwards, and Jasmine got setups. Has to use Flicker, I think, already. I did try to provide support. Ormson diverges attention to Lexi instead. Juviana accessing the back line. Got supply damage by Void Crystals here. Oh! Find Ormson's here. Exor could be the next to fall here, especially with Kang and Spider-Mouse as well. A wiped out potentially here. Kang find turret safety in time. I did quick just flanking to got him. Guns and Z find once in return, but that's not going to be enough. 4 downs by BaconTime. Oh my days. Seriously, about when we talk about chaos, right? Nightmare is just up there. Oh man. Yeah, the one who initiated team fights, but definitely it's not looking good. Let me recheck my stream quality real quick. There seems to be some sort of adjustment coming right up. I mean, it's not too bad. Okay, Kang at release fine. I did. Definitely currently the top performance for BaconTime, but is it enough to savor the entire team? That's hard to tell. Juviana. It's crazy how good he can be with because right now what happened is this is Valentina Romer. Am I being mistaken? No, it says Valentina Romer, right? That's very crazy. Juviana, Ormson's gonna have to watch out for the overcommitment. Jasmine is right behind him. And then Lexi can also join us in the fight with the sheer unity, but at least right now it seems like he's trying to apply more pressures onto the turrets by actually cutting off the minion waves in order for him to have the right timing to contest for the Lord. I did. Trying to chase now Kang once more. This time, flicker. Yeah, the bottom lane is going to be too big of a deal for BaconTime to let go by. Just trying to keep the minion waves at base. Meanwhile, I think the Lord is about to be spawned at any moment. Yep, Juviana has already got this positioning of Spider Mouse here. They're potentially from the side lane as well. Okay, Juviana, let's see, probably calling onto his teammates already. Oh, but it seems like the river current is actually against the Lord's side. Okay, flank in the damage here. Jasmine founding 3 already, keeping BaconTime at bay. BaconTime looking for the right timing to potentially steal this one, but Jasmine is already at the ambushes, picking 5 with Spider Mouse here. Oh, BaconTime got knocked up, but Lexi's found a lodge here. Kang committing to the team fight here, bursting one instead, but Lexi's got to finishing him off first. Spider Mouse with the I did here. It's going to be a love kill trade off here with Jasmine making it 3 by finishing off Ormson's here, and Exort has to retreat once more. Yep, all of the objectives not really going to BaconTime's favor. Oh man, the inner turret's on the mid lane here. They really oversell the Gun NZ's late games for Kari, but look, it can all goes that way, even that, but the whole playing areas right now for BaconTime is not really in that favor. Like, we have to understand that if the turrets were to be covered out here as well, I did with the real revelations once more. Kang finding one in behind, but right now Nomad onto the back side with blazing duets here, but yep, not in time. Gotta see, find one first already with options finishing off I did here, and Jasmine could be next to fall, but he can manage to retreat back in time. Nomad providing cover support. Juviana flanking in from the side here, aiming for options. Oh man. The turrets, the outer turrets of Nightmare are still untouched, man. Seriously, like, things have to go really wrong for Nightmare to concede these games. Juviana potentially gonna get caught on to finally, but Lexi later for the follow-up fight with Shield Unity already to trust song being expended. Jasmine with the Void Crystal zoning in. Kang try to drop in the back lines here instead. Nomad going up against Spider Mouse here, and then flanking in for Blazing Duets onto the back lines. Follow up by I did. Ormson's fight Jasmine first, and then follow down with the Lexi as well with the doubles. I did have to finishing him off. All right, several a team fight here at least. A bit too late for that, man. That's right. So gonna see. Oh, can he make it in time to the Lord fight though? Thompson's chasing down to Vienna first, trying to draw out IMU potentially. Okay, Lord for a reset. Nightmare potentially gonna divert their attention to commit a big team fight against BaconTime instead. Juviana. Lexi's already initiating a lot fights. Juviana's flanking in, I guess, trying to find the whereabouts of Ormson first. At the very least, like, he keep his eye there, right? But then I did and Jasmine on the ambushes. Not sure if any of BaconTime's caught onto the positionings. Yeah, he's already copied on to IMU. So that's the objectives being met, but then Lexi being the first to commit to this team fight here at this, I guess. Where's Kari? Kari is already initiating a lot fight as well. A moment of hesitations by both teams here, but of course, the cards are still in Nightmare's hand. Spider Mouse. I mean, that's the case, right? But then, okay, Spider Mouse fighting Juviana. So they're trying to apply pressures, making it 2 against 4. BaconTimes have to divert their attention to the Lord. To the wave instead. And this is an opening the Nightmares need. Oh, yeah, definitely. Juviana's diverge attentions. Nomad got the Lords here and committed another team fight instead of this real world first. Nomad with Blazing the West. Juviana finds Ormsons already. Spider Mouse is got chased down by them as well, trying to provide covers for his friends in the. Oh man. Juviana's got another kills. Clue as well. Got flanked into the turrets. Draw out by Gun and Z. Oh man, and they're gonna lose the inhibitor turrets on the bottom lanes here, definitely. Oh, okay. Yeah, the timing is not really on their side. I mean, would it be wiser to let the minion waves hit the inhibitor turrets? Maybe, but like, oh, yep. So they can finishing all the Lord, that's right, but okay, so Nightmare is not committed to the team fight right now. They're probably gonna try to divert their attentions onto the another minion waves in order to apply more pressures, and then they can definitely gain the upper hands on the Lord Siege, right? Still gonna take them a couple of minutes, so I don't even think that they might go for the next Lord. Like at this point, if they can manage to finishing off, let's say, if they can push onto a couple of minion waves here, definitely. Ormson find Nomads already. Juviana copying IMUs from Kang onwards here. Exort finds him. Oh, a bit of an over commitment by Nightmare side here. Exort finds Lexi as well. Ooh, okay. So fix the minion waves and then trying to chase down even more so from Nightmare side. But it's scaling at the 16 minutes here, leaving the cooldown at 30 seconds. So Gonna seize. Okay. Got 1 turret in return. I'm not really sure if that's enough. But Jasmine and I think these 2 is enough to cause trouble for BaconTime. It's definitely hard to describe. Gonna have to look for the flank here instead. Ormsons. They're gonna be caught up to the positioning in the ambushes already. But then Jasmine can also kind of find a whereabouts here as well. Gun and sees. Oh, he's gonna split push here. I think he already got the outer turrets on the bottom lanes. Ooh, got burst out. Nomad as well. Follow up by real world manipulations as well. Gun and sees already out of the dangers here, but they're gonna get followed up by Jasmine through. But Exort found him first. Oh, and it seems like Juviana is right in behind. Try to burst now onwards here. Find Gun and sees already. Nomad and also low HP. Currently, Exort gonna finish Juviana here and Exort. Go on. Anyone's finding Nomad? Nope. Instead. Lexi flanking in as a cover. Kang diving into the back lines here, finishing off another from Nightmare instead. Okay. They rely too much on scaling BaconTime right now. Like, okay, yes, the team fight is the one where they can still kind of gain the upper hands, right? But look at this. Like, there's no more room for mistakes by BaconTime. Still very difficult game for them to come back from. Okay. I mean, is still not going to be in the picture at any time soon. BaconTime have to commit to this Lord fight straight away. Correct. But, oh! Lord got... Okay, at the very least. Kang first. Fight Jasmine. Look out for Lexi. Juviana's coming in. Coming into the team fight right now. Kang right in from behind. Kang with the setups. Bursting out onto Lexi here. He's very on low HP. A pressure's wave from Armstrong finishing him off, but Idris is back in the pictures here, and real weapons already being opened up. No met as well with the blazing duets here. Unable to finish any from BaconTime except Gun and Z. But oh man, BaconTime has to retreat. They're out of out. Oh, Spider Mouse. Saved your life, man. Spider Mouse. BaconTime. Nothing else to lose. I did! Whoa! I saw it. Got him. Okay. Gunnacy is not in back. Gunnacy is not back as well. They have to look out for the turrets at the top lanes here. And Exort. Oh my god. No way. We're not gonna get this, man. Trivina against Ormson first, at least. Oh, and I think like Nomad is trying to do a split push here, but Exort caught onto him. BaconTime, this time with the Lord Siege. Finding Jasmine instead with Spider Mouse. Lexi coming in with Shield Unity. Kong sending up. Real, I think blessing duets from Nomad as well. Going in for 2. Omson's 5 Nomads already. Main damage dealer from Nightmare side's gone. Jasmine could be the next one to follow through, but Lexi instead got the dishing out and damage as well as Juviana with Exort with another kill. Lexi as well. Got a Pesos raised by Omson instead. Real preparations by Idit got forced out by his positioning as well. Oh, no way, man. All right. Yeah, you have to wait. We're going to look out for the waves right now. So it's going to be Kang side instead. I guess it's because he's already expended his out. BaconTime's going to get this lot, man. Who would have thought? Who would have thought? Oh, my God. Okay. Go on, go on. Spider Mouse and Gun and C as well. Trying to go for the inner turrets on the top lanes here instead. And anyway, the orange buff first. All right. Good timing, especially when it comes to switching onwards on who's gonna try to push the games forwards back into Nightmare's half of the jungles, right? And then compare that with Exort, who's gonna be the one to switching in from behind instead. Oh, who would have thought? Maybe like I actually like go on a bit too long there. Sorry. Let me adjust my volume a bit. Against Juviana. So that's entirely possible. Ooh, the Lord with the inner turrets on the mid lane instead. Finding Exort here. Alright, let's see. Let's see. The Lord Omson's fight I did already. Look out. And then the Lord finally is flanking onto Juviana, trying to got inside here. And then copying onwards with IMU here. War Crystal applying the damage as well as real manipulations. Nomad got disrupted. His, oh my days, his blazing duet is not going to work right now. One down by BaconTime. Lexi trying to find one. I did got Gun and C and Juviana with Omson as well. BaconTime has to retreat right now, but Jasmine making it 3. Oh, and Spider Mouse definitely going to be the next to fall as well. Sheesh. Oh my days. This could be it. Yeah, I think this is it. 30 seconds until the latest from BaconTime's return. Gun and see. Yep, only so much Kang can do. Trying to disrupting them into the turret base instead, but yeah, only so much he can do. There we go. Wiped out by Nightmare Esports. They're gonna proceed on to the grand finals of M Challenge Cup Macron Season 7. Congratulations. Yeah, man, like the conditions were way too much onto the late games here. That never should have been the case, especially against a team that only going to exercise like only a few ranges of mistakes like Nightmare. That was never meant to be. Yep. I mean, I did for the MVPs. Is I did from Laos or from Philippines? I know that Nightmares they have some Filipino talents in the team, but I'm not sure about how the rotations works because if I remember correctly, Nomad before Nomad it was Cammy, right? Cammy used to be with them as well. I remember his Beatrix so well. Yep, there we go. Nightmare Esports. That's another test for Thailand teams here. Definitely, that's gonna be ACT Esports Club, currently being known as Wanderer Pandas. Hmm. I mean, look, it's. I really don't know about the timing of everything that's currently going on with MLBB right now. It's just everything was a bit off. Okay, so that's gonna be the end of the roads for BaconTime. I remember now. There's also JVCK, right? Or maybe Jack, if that's actually how his name meant to be pronounced. So there's gonna be. Yep, ESB Titans from Brunei, Vanderbilt Pandas. So the grand finals will took place tomorrow, right? Yep. Okay. Let's look at the second matchups here instead. Another hour before the next match begins. I could have just like closing down the streams right now and like go again, but like, yeah, maybe that's not nice. Let's revisit game number one, okay, and then potentially even yesterday's game as well because I really need to know how Wanderer Pandas going up against Nightmare first. Okay, the post on MSL Thailand has now been improved. That's perfect. Not sure if anyone's gonna come in to watch it though, but yeah, definitely. If you look at the first games already, so the blind band picks by Nightmares are all identical, right? They choose to go for the exact same band picks, but how is it like as a hmm. Oh, is it no audio? I'll try to. I'm gonna try to down the volumes a bit further. Let's try this one. If this one works, this will be our gold standard from now on. Yeah, let's wait and see. But for now, yeah, it's the. I think that with Omsons in the picture, in such a, I don't know how long do they have until they can settle on the fact that Omson has to be the one to play the jungle instead. So it's kind of understandable why exactly that is. But yeah, definitely. Okay. I mean, this one is probably already okay. I think we're good to go. So I did can get Eve for the both three games here. And they also Nightmares also got Harith for both two games here. It's really odd to me because this has been the case since MSL, right? We see Harith being picked in the grand finals, not even grand finals, in the lower finals between KOG and BaconTime already. and we see Payan just rocking that Harith, right? So what is up with the priorities in the picks here for Thai teams? Like, where exactly does their priorities lie? So I seeing them go a lot on Paquito. Is it because they're not familiar with the matchups? Because that's the only, yeah. Okay, by banning out Arlott, I mean, with Arlott being first ban, the only reason that I can give for BaconTime is that, okay, they want to eliminate, they want to prioritize the bush fights, right? They want to go going for the ambush, but yeah, it's really hard to tell. Yeah, this is a first game though. Right now it's going to be the cases where most of the players actually, yeah. So BaconTime is out. Still looking for Wanderer Pandas, but yeah, it's not looking that good or optimistic by them. We're gonna have to see with how the progressions goes because right now, yeah, I mean, I don't know why Thai team choose not to address Harith. You know, this has been the cases for I'd say so many times already. But then, okay, Phobius was banned by Nightmare side. It's not gonna let that fall into Kang Kang's hand instead. Wait, but they choose to ban Phobius when they already got Glue and Uranus already. So that's a bit interesting. And then God as well, which kind of open up Valier for Exort. So the key point about of a Valier is of course going to be the range, right? But we see that when it's come to range, it's only meant to be working in cases that you're looking at the progressions and also the way to flank from at different angles instead of like a straightforward streamlined fight. So yeah, I really don't know what to make out of this, and they also shut down Valley as well. So what does Exalt play in this game? Interestingly, we can definitely go for, but BaconTime still prioritize on the mid lanes. So okay, the main idea for BaconTime right now is that they potentially looking to draw fires in from Nightmares. They know Nightmares is going to invade their half of the jungles. So Glue by Spider Mouse is a pick for that regards. But at the same time, you have to also take into account the pressure that Harith by Nightmare side could have just applied early on, especially by Nomad side, right? Yeah, I mean, it's a gap, and it's also, this is all back in hindsight, but definitely BaconTime is meant to exercise more sort of like a priorities band picked into a certain gap of the games here. The gap which Nightmare is not going to open up for them at any time soon, right? So this is all in hindsight. This is game number 1, but yeah, it's very interesting to see how the progressions with them trying to prioritize on the late games by Gun and C is going to go. Oh, I think this is already the case since MSL, right? We see Gun and C being the main damage dealer for them, but the scalings, you know, Nightmare is not going to let that happen. I mean, the casters even mentioned that, right? About the positionings as well as the way that they choose to kind of like apply pressure onto Gun and C straight away, and then kind of also making certain that they actually secure the minion waves on the top lanes here as well, in order to make sure that Gun and C couldn't left his lanes as fast as Nomad, let's say. And then when Nomad can combine Salmon Force with Real World by I did, that's just what happens, right? You have a lot of advantages in fight positions without the main damage dealer by BaconTime. So yeah, I mean, at this point, I guess you can definitely say that it's kind of up to how exactly BaconTime can diverge their attentions onto the rest of the Nightmare damage dealers, right? Whoop. I mean, yep, there we go. We still have like an hours left. I'll probably doing the watch along for game number 1 here, and then that's definitely not gonna be enough time, so I'm gonna go for the, I guess we can kind of recap the rest of the games here for MLBB, right? Especially in Thailand. Oh, that's where Thamus came from. I mean, yeah, I mean, Thamus can definitely help with joining the big team fights, and then the scaling from the mid games early on that we already see is like, yeah, I guess that can be pretty much effective to the rest of Nightmare side. but then you can also kind of make the gaps in between Omsen. So Omsen is, I don't know about his hero pools, but based on the way that he plays, I think that it's because of the fact that he's actually a roamer. So he was more, so I guess he's more familiar with the YouTube junglers picked, especially like their skill sets. Sort of. Dustman coming right up. Let me just test my audio real quick. And then if everything's go well, then potentially we're gonna look at first match, of course. Huh. So Spider Mouse. I'm really looking to see the timing of the top lanes here. I mean, if you guys see the top lanes right now, you have to understand that it's actually Gun and C who managed to push like Nomad into the turrets, right? So what is up with? Is it because like he expands his skills earlier? But of course, like he couldn't potentially looking for to solo out Harith with Claude this early in the game, right? So who knows? Nomad. Hmm. If we can make it Gun and C first, and then kind of follow through with the picks here. So I guess the point about applying pressure to Gun and C early is not really in effect for this game, right? Because so in the first game, I guess that Nightmare's trying to draws out the actions in the pre-Turtle Siege moments. I mean, at least that's the explanation, right? Turtle being spawned, Spider Mouse is the only one to the area. Yeah. Yeah, I guess like okay, Ormson with the Phantom Steeds with a real world setup straight away, and oh, great zonings out by I did. And then they're trying to find Lexi, but chose not to commit to the team fight as well. One of the grimmest things right now for BaconTime is, in my opinion, they're suffering from the same mistakes as MSL Thailand in the lower finals. Like seriously, the way that they kind of reluctant and kind of backpedaling between, hey, should we go for the commit to the team fights or should we decide not to? This is two of the main parts that I still see them as a gap from back in MSL Thailand in the lower finals, right? And then up until this time, making it to semifinals of M Challenge Cup Mekong already, like, yeah, it's definitely there have to be a lot more adjustments. And then with B Boss not gonna be in the pictures no more, it's a bit concerning for BaconTime. I think that they need a reinforcement because Omsen as a kind of like a emergency jungler is not gonna cut it for them. Chrono Dash by Spider Mouse onto him. I mean, yeah. Can I release fine ones here? And okay. Is it because it got outscaled this early, especially like with 1k gold differences? So we see more and more pressure being applied. I mean, yeah, with Khalid by Jasmine as well, like he can of course gonna rotate up very early on, but I'm not sure if expanding river is this map, because that seems to be the explanation for how Nightmare can potentially like keep the Salmon Force right into the ambush, forcing out blazing duets already. Spider Mouse flanking from behind, but Salmon Force is still in effect. Jasmine can flanking and making sure that the roamers from the Filipinos couldn't find support for Gun and C that early. Whoop. Ooh, Nomad. Gonna see overcommit, and right now Jasmine is coming in from behind with a Raging Sandstorm as well. Ormson's, oh, not gonna find no one there. Let's see. Yeah, and then they're gonna get pressure onto. Oh no way! They just solo him in turrets. They're calling them like Laotian teenagers, but I'm pretty sure this guy has been around for at least 3 years. Okay. I mean, Nightmare's probably at this point supposedly like because apart from Leon Esports, whom's just started like form this dream teams into M7 wildcard, right? We see straight up that Nightmare has also been kind of trying to maintain their consistency, and right now they are currently going to reclaim their titles in M Challenge Cup แม่โขง. So yeah, one step away for them, and then let's see if Wanderer Pandas can give ESB Titans the fight. I guess that right now I'm not sure how much has changed for them, considering that they're now no longer associated with ACT. But they apply pressures onto the side lane and trying to stretch the maps away out of BaconTime's favor, forcing Gun Energy to retreat with Blazing Duets instead. And then when it's come to a big team fight, they kind of know the trade-off, right? Spider-Man is going to get Jasmine, but then... Ooh. Lexi's positioning is interesting. Kai. Oh, okay. Javina. Just trying to cut in between definitely the macro games. For the first two games, it's definitely the macro games and also the positional awareness of each from Nightmare's players. And then, okay, we can give them credits as well for, I guess, other stuff. Gonna find Exort here instead. Whoop. Oh. So, most of the time it's a trade-off. Consecrations by Jasmine not gonna be enough here. Sorry. Oh, man. Yeah. Just split push on the side lanes, making sure that the positionings kind of give you the timing, the right timing in order to put pressure onto the turrets at the top lanes for BaconTime. All right. So, interestingly, how I really want to settle on how exactly can more talents from Laotian teams like kind of join MSL Thailand, because from what I've heard at the very least, like it seems like the competitive scenes in Laos is not really at its peak right now. At least that's from what I've heard. Like from what I've heard, it seems like they actually not that many tournaments apart from, of course, MCCM qualifiers. Obviously, Laos teams are very strong and have quality players, but maybe the platforms here for them. Yeah, Juviana. So they couldn't fight Exort on time though, right? Juviana. What a player. The fact that no one can really access I did, especially in the first two games, that's also very alarming for BaconTime. Like in third game, we see Gun and C, and also I guess Omsan, right? Omsan can kind of angle his Phantom Steed better, find the backlines in I did, especially when Real World was being opened up as well. So they have more kind of openings in order to force a retreat from Nightmare side. But yeah, when it's come to the playing areas, especially trying to draw out the big team fights at the mid lanes here, in order with the timing that kind of collapse with the top lane's pressure by Nomad as well. And then Juviana's got chased out by 4 from BaconTime. Yeah. Oh man, look at how much of the skills that needs to be required by BaconTime in order finishing off Juviana. So of course, like, that kind of already give them the informations that Nightmares need, right? So they cannot commit to the big team fight, because first they know how many from Bacon sides were at the bottom lanes And it also knows by Juviana that so many of them were actually expend so much of the. I see consecrations already being downed. I see. Oh, okay. So that would be it, I guess. So I was trying to go for the farming phase instead, but right now is what 5k goal differences. Looking very grim for BaconTime. So Juviana can not gonna find them that easily. I'm really interested in how the positioning for this one. So this is a rerun, guys. So that's why. So I guess 2 from BaconTime is probably gonna have to commit to the Lord fights at the top lanes, and then we see maybe even Nightmare trying to split push on the mid lane here as well. Spider Mouse by himself. This is a point about Glue, right? Glue doesn't really have the CCs in order to like put pressure onto multiple heroes from the opponent sides that well. So when the split splat being sticked onto one, when Glue managed to mount onto one, we're gonna see straight up that like he can only do so much. Like who exactly could he have mounted onto us that make an impact to kind of break down Nightmare's offensive phase, right? Yeah, Nightmare's now already in Bacon's half of the jungle. The thing about losing the 2 tiers of turrets and the mid lanes, man. They kind of just stroll around and invade your buff. Yeah, it's a countdown at this point, right? And the whole thing has to boil down to the fact that I'm not even sure if BaconTime managed to secure any objectives over Nightmare. Like, I guess there's just one lot in game number 3, right? But apart from that, yeah, not looking too good. And for Jasmine as well. Now might be a time for me to readjust the live streams here at the very least. Let me see how many minutes left until we are off to start. Oh, okay, it's been 20 minutes right now. I guess that we can kind of recap onto yesterday matches while also kind of keep you in touch with the whole Thailand MLBB news here. But from the looks here, yeah, I'm really interested in Lord Siege right now. So Nightmare is going to be the first to the scene, obviously. And they got Juviana already matched up against Spider Mouse here. Ooh, BaconTime trying to punish Jasmine with the overcommitment. Spider Mouse finding him first. Gonna see what I did as well. And goes through with Nomad here. Flanking in. Ooh, Quasleech by BaconTime here. But Juviana tried to dive in behind. Diverges attention to Kang instead. Finding Gan NC at the back lines. Consecration coming in from Kang as well. But Exort fight Juviana and Opson's got a lot instead. Okay. Okay, so BaconTime actually got this lot as well. Right. Interesting. Great CC by them, but I did with the real revelations. Kang should have retreated straight away. But then he got fine ones first. They can at the very least try to invade a purple buff. But right now it's still like what? Oh, so they managed to almost equalize on the goal differences. So keep them at base with the mid lane's turrets vibe out, right? But then it's potentially they're having to stand their grounds in Nightmare's half of the jungles. Otherwise, they're not going to be any ways for them to flanking out this games. Meanwhile, yeah, they kind of lost another team fights, man. Juviana's got chased out by Gun NC first. 3 against 4. Lost already into the inhibitor turrets on the bottom lanes here. They're going to find ones first. Oh, Salmon Force being opened up by Nomad here. against Gun and see blazing red, but his HP he's not ready to commit to the big team fight to win us 5-1 first as well as Nomad. Oh, and White Crystals. BaconTime has to retreat back into their half of the jungle. Jasmine trying to chasing them down. Ooh, Armstrong with the Phantom Steeds probably have to expend them straight up. Yeah, so the defensive games from Nightmare is, I guess, like up to standards, right? It's nothing out of ordinary, but it's enough, especially how much of the advantages that they already secure over with goal differences. So interestingly, this is actually the closest out of 3 games, it seems. They clear the mid lane waves, trying to find out 2 more at least, and then with another minutes left until the Lord being spawned. So BaconTime can only do so much, right? Right now, the Lords are positioning because they have to also deal with the minion waves on the bottom lane as well. And then also on the top lanes, we see another one's coming right up there. What are they grouping up at the mid lanes for? That is what I'm kind of curious about BaconTime. It seems like something is lost in translations, or at the very least, like they cannot really execute a game plan as fast as, let's say, Nightmare. Like whenever you see Nightmare group up without an action fights, right? It's less likely gonna happen. They have more maps awareness, more spatial awareness here. So if you're trying to compare that with BaconTime's side instead, like, okay, so they have to regroup, they have to kind of regain the access into their half of the jungles. The Lord going to be spawned right now, and I guess like Nightmare's trying to commit to the team fights here, trying to drive more onto the mid lanes here with Nomad finding Gun and Seed. Yeah, this could be it. This could be the end spells. They're gonna get more with Spider Mouse. Yeah, this is definitely the reason why. Okay, because if 2's already down by BaconTime, then that is the opening that Nightmares need to secure this Lord, and then of course with only the inhibitors left. Whoop. So from this point onwards, it's going to be about how they can potentially finishing off the game. So that's going to be a Macron regions showdowns here. I'm not entirely sure about like if whether it was one or the other, right? But it seems to be like a bit of a transfers between Nightmares and then also to Leon. I guess was Cammy back with Leon instead, but then yeah, maybe that's the case. Because I know for a fact that Aki moved over to Buriram, right? And then Water with Tenacity. So I guess right now it's a bit more of a other options for them. Oh, today a new patch of Zenless Zone Zero is actually being online. Okay. We can definitely like try to chasing down onto Phase Bomb. Trying to go for the objects to use. So yeah, I guess like you can say that BaconTime sort of Nightmare sort of reclaim their half of the map rather quickly, right? So definitely it's meant to be more of a way that BaconTime can set up a comeback mechanics, because right now, yeah, I mean, another Lord Siege here. We also didn't see a lot of a Lord Siege between BaconTime and Nightmare as well, and that's all credits to I did, right? I did with the real world manipulations. He definitely going to be rather quickly here as well. Yeah, the real world manipulation is such a is such a massive hurdles for BaconTime to overcome, especially with the whole spatial awareness, right? You got Lord evolves. That is actually interesting. So another Lord has been spawned already. I mean, look, having glue as the one to finding out the areas on this, I don't think that's meant to be. I'm not sure if that's meant to be reliable or not, but yeah, definitely. That doesn't go into their favor, and I did. Oh, he managed to draw out real manipulations earlier. I was at Exort. Sorry, haven't really focused. I think that was actually that was Exort opening it up instead. That makes sense. So I wasn't tripping, right? That makes sense. Ooh, Spider-Man already caught onto one, but that mount means that he can only got draw into the enemy's line instead. And Simon Force follow up with real manipulations instead, chasing down Arms and 5 Jasmines already. But the positioning is not really in BaconTime's favor. Oh man. Juviana's gonna find Armsons here instead. He got cut away with Exort. Trying to use the mentality back up, but Juviana's gonna go for him instead. Oh man. Ooh, against BaconTime. I did find gun and seed. Oh, this could be the end spell. That could exactly be the end spell. Wait, what exactly happens? So gun and seeds. No way. Oh my days. Look at that real world manipulations damage onto gun and seed here. Dang. That's kind of interesting. It potentially is. Another mini wave's gonna hit them from the mid lane here as well. They can already drive Kangs out. Thompson find him first. Juviana's already onto the base here with real manipulations from I did with Salmon Fall straight up. Oh my days. Exort try to copy onwards, but I did. Oh my days. His positioning. What is going on? So Exort already opened it up first. It was actually Exort's real manipulations. But then, oh my days. I did just punish him with the follow-ups. It's gonna last longer and with more damage scalings as well. Yeah. That may all make sense now. Although kind of crazy how in game the one is actually the closest out of the three. Okay, so there we go. BaconTime with a yeah, I suppose it's a bit of a snub, definitely. I mean, this is I think another great platform for them. I mean, you have to also considering that BaconTime haven't necessarily, like, we have to understand that the slot for MCCM was actually given to them as a surprise. Like, so this is like right after they lost the consecutive games for the lower finals, right? Whoop. Ooh, no mid. But there we go. That is going to be Nightmare Esports side instead. How much more minutes until the games come back? 27th. All right. I guess we are currently oh, no way. You shut down the stream here as well? Bro. I was so shocked. They actually shut off the streams. Are you serious right now? You shut off my watch party. Oh my god. Okay. I mean, what else to watch? What is else to watch? We have the Mobile Legends Bang Bang in Thailand. That's good. I guess this is the content creator where Remix joined with the rest of the content creators from around Southeast Asia. I guess it's very interesting. We can also, I guess, watch like MSL Thailand, but yeah, maybe today. Maybe this is where we should go. Let me see Vander's Panda performances before we watch them go up against ESB Titans. That should be whereabout of where we go. This is against Saigon Phantoms. Look, Saigon Phantom is also not a team to be slept on, right? This is like a very stalwart name in MLBB back in Vietnam as well. Still gotta wait, I guess. So the live was cut off. Probably the new one is going to be launched like around somewhere around that. But right now, let's see what sort of news can be covered in this live streams before we head on to our next match. It's BaconTime. Is One Rip Pandas going to show up anytime soon? What is up with the internet? Very interestingly. Not sure why the entire internet has to collapse, but sure. Okay. Interesting. Okay, we finally here. So it's Nightmare against Wanderer Panthers, or formerly ACT Esports. Wanderer Panthers. So Harris was banned, which is a very wise decision from them. Last man pick, potentially Juicin. But we have to wait and see. Nightmare's gonna leave all the due diligence for the ban picks for Wanderer Panthers, it seems. Oh man, no way they let Juicin off again. But they choose to go for Paquito. This is a chance for them to counter picks. I've tried to break down ACT's approach before that, hey, if it's not for the fact that they kind of gambles on Juicin being first picked by the blue side, then there's a chances that they might also try and develop a game plan without them. Okay, so of course they're not gonna let this slip. Juicin coming in with Claw straight away for Flukyo. And then you also got Eve by I Did once more. Crazy how I Did can just keep picking on Eve without being target banned by. Yeah, there's no respect ban at all by either BaconTime or I guess Wanderer Panda as well. Ashia by Nightmare. Is it for Juviana? That's entirely possible. That's definitely the case. we can also adopt more of a game plans here where they can kind of strict themselves onto. So they're trying to keep priority bands to Flukio's Claude, I guess, from what it looks like, and then still choose not to ban Juicin. I mean, look, the gambles kind of falls into their favors, but at the same time, I think Nightmares already they probably already have like a counter measures for Juicins already. I mean, that's my explanation for that. So super mains actually play. Interesting. Oh, they actually go with the Aztec do white. I didn't know that for the first game at least. Lexi. These are all like stalwarts name, man. Possibly like the best in the regions, and it's very interesting to see that trajectory. Of course, right now they represent Nightmares, and there's a very much a likely chance that Nightmare can make it to MSC, at least the wild card stage, right, at Paris. So probably they're gonna stick with them. But I really want to see more of the Laotian talents being featured in MSL Thailand. I think that's one of the best way to kind of, I guess, put pressure onto Thai teams to actually step up, you know. So Leslie as well, that's a bit odd. With show instead, and then what in the heck? Oh. The image was cropped kind of weirdly. I didn't realize that was glue. I mean, yeah, I should have changed the tag, right? I'm gonna keep in tap with the current, I would say. Hmm, that makes sense. Suyo by Vanry Pandas. Okay, not a bad pick at all for Sir Ross. Uh, Let me keep tap with the entire timings first. Oh, sorry. Like, yeah, the live got cut off. That's why I was kind of tripping. So they're just gonna wait until. Oh, okay. The next one coming right up is 18 minutes to go. So we probably can look at a bit of a Wanderers Pandas game a bit before we heading into the next matches coming right up. ESB Titans. I also want to look at their lineup as well, but for Wanderer Pandas size, I mean probably not too much changes. A bit more depth in the hero pools, I guess, and I guess a lot of adjustment as well for the way that they were choose to play. Mm. I mean that makes sense. At last, no way. At last for what is going on here? A pick against Nightmare. Probably have to adjust this. I'm gonna keep it here. It's a best of 3 series, that's right. Hmm. So Piper and Zeros probably gonna, yeah, Piper and Flugio as well. So Sylvie with Atlas, that's very interesting. Or Jasmine. So good countermeasure by them by make sure that they can pack onto the mid lane duos to keep Jasmine away from accessing the backline with Gun and C's who pick Juice in this game. I mean that kind of makes sense, right? Probably have to adjust my post later on. What is the abbreviations for Vanguard Pandas? This is WDP. Could it be? We got ESB versus WDP. Yeah, WPD. All right. I've changed my live stream's name already. Making sure that hey, we are talking about the live streams here at the very least. Let me recheck the timing real quick. 13 minutes to go, probably until we can finish up this game. So it's 1 against 1s, and who got the turtle? I forgot to look. So Ross? Ooh. So Ross got punished by Juviana. Pipers could provide support in time. But I think that already forced out half of his HP already. And I think that right now Nightmare is trying to apply even more pressure on potentially we're seeing a bit of a cutback by Jasmine as well. Oh, so Nightmare was the first to the turtle. And Jasmine and Juviana can kind of commit the team fight into the purple buff on Wanderer's Panda's side. Lexi gonna get the turtle. Oh, meanwhile, Flugio got punished here. Has used. Ooh, okay. Oh my days. What a read that was by I did. No way. Like, so Flugio was forced to disengage with Blazing Duets, right? But he blinked right in and no way. So Flugio trying to draw the commotions away from his side, right? Evil Quellers by Sir Ross coming in, but he's trying to draw the commotions away into Wanderers Panda's half of the jungle. But he switched right and look at what I did. Look at what I did. He just real world manipulations within the areas for Claude's teleportations. Like that's crazy. That's crazy read by them. Oh my days. And Evil Queller's not really fine. Any from Jasmine? No way. All right, Sylvie. Sylvie is with what? Atlas, right? Okay. Kind of makes sense. But right now, Nightmare's starting to gain the momentums here instead. They're already 2k up in goal differences. Pushing the minion waves across the river. Jasmine picking fight with Sylvie first. Flugyo choose not to commit to the fight as well. Piper got chased down. Lexi with the shieldity first draw out consecration. And right now he's out of death. Lexi finishing off Piper here. Reverberations coming in from IDIT as well. At the top lanes here, Gardency, Zeros, and Sylvie. All the HPs are not ready to commit into the big team fights. That's crazy. So they're trying to keep it at the river base, right? But at the same time, you cannot really let the pressures being applied even more onto the bottom lanes instead, because at the very least, like Vander's Panda is kind of saving grace for them in this match against Nightmare is that their buff is still kind of a bit in the right timing. They were able to at least commit it into the team fight straight away, but yeah, Juviana is going to get that first turrets. They're now losing all the positioning here in order to rotate the minion waves across the river for BaconTime sides, and Nomad is going to get this one. Piper already facing up against Juviana, and Nightmare is going to get this last turtle before we going to the Lord's battle as well. Whoop. Jasmine going to get him first. Fukyo against Nomad. This time he can at least disengage out with the teleportations, but ooh! So Gardency is trying to flanking in with Lanterns, Flares right now, but he's going to get forced out of position by Juviana, instead accessing the back line. Zeros only got finishing off by Jasmine as well. Flukyo's trade in for one, but making this one against two. Nightmare is still a man's up. Piper drawing the fight to the mid lanes instead to cover the support for the minion waves here. Juviana not going to be on time. It's now 4 against 1. There's only so much. Piper and the consecrations already being drawn out. Outer turrets on the mid lanes is about to go down. Oh my days. Yeah, they already got all the outer turrets on 3 lanes. I mean, at the very least, they can kind of progress the games onwards, right? With Wanderer Pandas, and I guess the same can be said for ESB Titan as well. I mean, so from the outlook of the games here, I mean, I'm kind of already familiar with Wanderer Pandas, right? They're formerly ACT Esports, but right now I really want to see what ESB brought to the table. So let's see if there's any ESB games coming up. Probably it's gonna be some games. I just need to see the lineups. Let me see the lineups, and then we can settle this. This is 3v Esports from Timor-Leste. Okay, I remember Rizzo. Shout out to Rizzo. But let's see if there's any ESB Titans game for us to commentate on. No, it's still 3Vs, right? It's Nightmare against Wanderer Pandas, and then oh, I remember now. Is it because like there's no live stream for ESB? I remember yesterday in the restreamer groups, like people kind of talk about how there's only restream for one group in particular and not the other one. That's kind of sucks. But yeah, definitely we can. I guess we can check out ESB Titans game plan straight up before. But let me see the. Is the next live streams already being up? This is from day 2 of the competitions. This one is already over though, guys. So I'm trying to look at the current ongoing MCCM. MCCM season 7. This should have been the latest one that is currently ongoing, but I'm not sure. The shutdown. This one is from Wawa Gaming. And then Mobile Legends Timor-Leste. Oh, there's also a group stage for this one. Oh, so can I get to see ESB Titans? What? Okay. So straight up, they're just Mobile Legends Timor-Leste, and this is actually against BaconTime. 3v Esports actually got the first game as well. I mean, that's probably it. But okay, day 2. This is currently being online at TSF. We are 6 minutes in. Yeah, so probably gonna we can wait here. I'm probably gonna wait here for the next 5 minutes, but currently right now, make sure to like, share, and comments. Make sure presence being known. Let's see who else is going to be rooting for ESB Titans, or if whether Wanderers Pandas can keep Thailand proud. I just see this new heroes by MLBB side. Isn't that just Cammy? Sorry, isn't that just Kimmy? I get to see the new hero straight up, so I guess this is like a skins, right? Traction Pulse. Kind of looks dope though. Alright. We got ESB Titans coming right up. I'm really curious to see what are their lineups. I still remember Wiz King Terisla from ESB. Back then it was back then there wasn't ESB Titans, right? Back in M Challenge Cup Mekong season 2. I forgot already like what sort of names they got, but like MCCM season 7. Alright, here we are. So we seems to have a Brunei and then ESB Titans, Capbell, Kirin. I remember Kirin and maybe Crown as well. For subs, we got Venny. Oh, he's being listed as Malaysian, and then Wiz King is now a coach. Oh, okay. Shout out to Wiz King. Shout out to Wiz King, man. I'm a fan of his Turisla back in M's Challenge Cup Mekong season 2. And I think I remember I met him somewhere in esport, Asian esport games, if I remember correctly. It was he coached like a women's team for Brunei. Is that the case? And then right now it seems like he's now the coach for ESB Titans, and Kirin is still in place. I remember him from M Challenge Cup Mekong days as well. Really exciting to see what the Bruneians team brought to the table. They're gonna go up against Wanderer Pandas. I mean, at this point, they're probably still trying to find their footings. Of course, like losing the grand finals for MSL Thailand season 1 is probably a big blow for them. But right now, I'm kind of more curious in how exactly have they made their adjustment right now. Not to mention like the entire outside, kind of outside factors, right? With them now, they're no longer being managed by ACT Esport clubs, or at least that's what it seems like. So right now, they're by themselves. They coach the players. And I think that their road to EWC is currently like their best bet at kind of progressing their teams further, you know. Three minutes to go. I mean, there's so many news, guys. Seriously, if you want to look at the Thailand MLBB's updates, there's just so many, and I don't even know where to begin. I mean, we can definitely look at the progressions with current ENC call out as well. I mean, it's not gonna be. I don't think that everyone is gonna be the fond of the call ups, but I think that most of the disputes or controversies were all explainable. Like, it should never be as big as it was. It wasn't entirely baseless decisions by Coach Turcotistas, especially with the call ups. Yes, there was a lot of questions about how, okay, we understand that ENC, the team call-ups they're allowed to have 3 players from the same teams, right? And 3 of them were from Buriram United Esports, who finished only in the play-ins. They're not even made it into the playoff stage of MSL Thailand Season 1. So my point is currently that maybe this could be the case of them actually only trying to make it, because one of the logic that Tricotista are trying to presence in this team call-ups was that he wants the team to be a blend between like a new faces, like the promising young players, being coached or being guided in the performances by all of this. What's the word? I don't know, like maybe someone with more experience, like MC and IC, IDNS winners. They're with Buriram United Esports. Like, in hindsight, their team performances, especially when you look at how the league concludes, it might not be the most promising. But one thing that you have to understand is that the name list has to be submitted to ENC by, I believe, May 10th. At that time, it was only regular season week 3 of MSL Thailand season 1. So I think that it's safe to give Coach Trequartista some grace that okay, potentially he might need to also considering that he's looking at all these promising players without any sort of result to backing them up. If they know that at the second place as well, that ACT would make it to the grand finals, like maybe the context change. But as we speak, yeah, I mean, you have to also give him credit for that. Let's see. We're about to go down here in another next 30 seconds already. Let's see if whether BaconTime can... Sorry, BaconTime. What do you mean, BaconTime? They're already out. Let's see if Vanderbilt Pandas can make it to the grand finals and have a rematch against Nightmare. But currently, their current hurdle is going to be ESB Titans, who is the Titans, I would say. These are all players with experience. I believe many of them played MPL or Malaysia before, if I'm not mistaken. This has been the case since I remember back in the days with M Challenge Cup Mekong Season 2. Like, there was kind of a highlights for them. Oh, they're gonna extend it for another 5 minutes. Man. Hopefully I can tune in right on time. Trying to switching my account. Making sure that everything was kept at bay as well. But apart from that, yeah, still have to monitoring everything's onwards here. So we can only wait and see how this one is going to turn out for them. I mean, at the very least, I guess we can also look forward to the rest of the teams here making it to the grand finals. Oh, someone's comment? Or was it just me? คู่แรกแข่งไปแล้วเหรอครับ Bacon Time แพ้ 3-0 ใช่ครับผม คู่แรก Bacon Time เรียบร้อยแล้วนะครับ Sorry. Oh, wait. I just realized this is actually the live stream, sir. Alright, as opposed to be looking at the one by me. Just to check onto the stream health and everything. And then make sure that I kind of boil it down to 144 as well. Alright. We are safe. We are off and running. 3 minutes to go. Hopefully this time is nothing falls short like how it was. Three minutes to go. Vanderbilt Pandas against ESB Titans. I mean, we can kind of boil it out to all the controversy points that's being addressed, right? So for ENC, look, one of the questions mark about everything is because for me, the only kind of bucket list I have for them that I really cannot stand if it's not going this way is for them not to, for Trequartista not to call on to now. Like, not having now being features is, I think, doing more harm than good. And fortunately enough, that's not the case. Like, now was feature, although as a substitute, which also once again draw in kind of controversies from fans as well. But another thing you have to understand, and this is what Trequartista has also mentioned, is that nothing is set in stones. There's no starting five for the Thai national teams yet to compete in ENC. According to my understandings, like, everyone has currently equal chances, and not to mention, now can also provide covers for the mid lanes positioning as well. There's going to be cases of, I think, because the mid lanes options that was being picked was God NC, right, for ACT Sports, whom I understand he has such a composure and I guess also maturities for players his age, but at the same time you have to give credits to ACT and also for them in case of the hero pools, which I understand not going to be as deep as now, so he can definitely be contributed to the team in that regards. Last minutes, I'm probably going to go grab some water and also coffee before coming back to cast this one, guys. Give me a break. Right on time. Seems like we're back. I'm gonna try to see if there's any kind of like a throat candies for me to hop on. Because right now I think I've been streaming for 2 hours straight now. 2 hours by myself, man. All right, we're off to go. Wanderers Pandas up against ESB Titans. We're finally gonna kick off on this. Yep, we're about to kick off the matches now. Wanderers Pandas, formerly known as ACT Esports Club, they're going to go up against ESB Titans, who is going to be the Bruneian representative as well. Many familiar faces already in MCCM. I'm really looking forward to see Wiz King coachings. And then for Wanderers Pandas, Cairo Ross. I'm still curious to see whether they're gonna go and kind of picked up on the fact that they were currently. This is currently a team that's going through a changes, like external changes, right? Instead of all the other teams, it's instead where they can kind of keep focusing on contesting for the tickets to Paris. But in this case, we're looking at Wanderers Pandas who've only just left the management from ACT Esports Clubs, right? So right now they're by themselves, and I think that trajectory in MCCM this time is going to be very, very clear to see who actually made it, or if whether the teams can actually stay together. So we're looking forward to this. Let me recheck my audio qualities real quick. Let me know, you guys, if the audio is too loud or too deep here. Currently, we have been live streams by so many places as well. I no longer have the clean feed access. Like, it's just sort of being radio silence up until this point. And it seems like the draft phase are now undergoing. Okay, I mean, hopefully not too bad. Let me know if the voice are way too loud or way too low here. Is a clean feed coming up? Ah, okay. No updates on the clean feed so far. Guinevere is being banned already by Wanderers Panda. I see Crown being picked. I see Sept and also Super G Caps. It seems like there's been substitute players for ESB Titans as well, right? So this time they're going with Flugio and Piper still. No signs of Cairo and also Supermains. Marcel. That one was a blind band picked by ESB Titans, it seems. Fovius Guinevere. I mean, they could have capitalized on Jusin being the first picked, but that also depends on ESB Titans. Right now, it seems like they're still going for a blind band pick with Freya here, so that's not nonsensical. Maybe Harith, because they know that. Yeah, definitely, I think probably Runners Panda should have banned Harith, and maybe ESB Titans, if they really want to shut down their chances of putting contests onto the mid lanes, then maybe Jusin banned by they themselves. Just only have to wait and see. Oh, so Basia. Interesting. ESB Titans, they're probably zoning out Jusin. They're probably not gonna let Jusin fall into Garden Sea's hands, and then maybe Wanderers Panda can first pick being Harith. I think they can potentially looking to scale this one upwards. Jusin got banned, of course. Wanderers Panda first pick. Could it be Harith? Oh, okay. I don't know about this one. So Piper's gonna get Paquito first. I don't know about like the hero pools for Paquito, but at the very least, like, yeah, at this rate, ESB can counter this with Harith and maybe match it up with someone else. So Glue as the first pick as well. Yeah, okay. As the first combos for them. All right. Maybe we can also follow suit here. The casters already mentioned it. If you guys are from Bruneian, make sure to comment down some Bruneian flags. If you're Thai fans, and maybe some Thai flags, right? You need help adjusting the mic. Two picks by Veteran Pandas to counter glue without Drusin. Okay, yeah, definitely. Without Harriet, it has to be Claude, and then Garnicy is going to get Eve as well to zoning out the areas with real world manipulations. Yeah, I mean, it's going to be some sort of adjustment here, but yeah, let me know, you guys, as well, if the audio is right or not. Oh, Esmeralda, that is such a Bruneian pick. Oh, can definitely like help to sustain and also kind of make the presence in a big team fight, right? If Esmeralda can match up against Paquito, or maybe even to take a share of brunt damage from Eve real world as well, that's probably the big ideas that they choose to go for. So second ban phase here, ESB Titans potentially gonna go for maybe zoning in more on the jungler's position. So Fredrin being banned. Leomord and also other priorities as well, maybe. I mean, Sylvie has yet to settle onto any particular picks, so definitely they're gonna go for something else, maybe. Picked by Wonder Pandas. Let's see, who is it going to be? Two band picks here. We can go for Baki. Oh, some of the Bruneian fans already made it to the mainstreams already. Juvian, Valentina. So of course, it's a typical sort of like a solo bands, right? But then, would there be any other sorts of picks for them as well? That's what going to be interesting. Would it just zoning out on another mid lanes options for ESB? Meanwhile, another jungler's ban potentially for the Bruneian side. Leomord is still open. Could potentially be the ban picks. Guinevere already being first man by Wonder Pandas. Possibly we're gonna switch back into the mid lanes instead. I think another Sora maybe. Sorry, they got Paquito already. So at last, all right. Sylvie picked it up in first game yesterday. It's kind of definitely can force like a commitment of team fights by ESB Titans if they were to let Sylvie picks up on Atlas. And then last band picked for them. Valley. So what does it leave ESB Titans? Farsa, but that less likely could have get poked and access on the back lines rather easily. Right now, my pick would be Gord, potentially. Can't see. Can't see. All right. All right. Let's see the mid lanes option for ESB Titans. I'm really want to root in for them picking God, but that has yet to be seen. All right, let's see. I remember Crown, okay, and I think there's also another Bruneian teams who are the OG back from the ESB scenes in I guess many years ago. Kirin, yeah, Kirin, best Kirin, man. Kirin is currently the sub, but that's supposed to be Veni, which I'm assuming is meant Venerop. Sure, okay, yeah, start off with Sure, not a bad pick at all. They can potentially like create a set of fights with Wave Dragons and then Salmon Force right in behind them, and oh, okay, actually it was Suyo. Man, A lot of blue balls being dropped here by the organizers, man. Suyos for ESB Titans, great pick as well. And then Wonder Pandas, Suwi is gonna go for this one instead. And then the jungler positions, they're gonna settle with Leo Moore. Interesting. All right. Last pick for ESB Titans. Who would be their mid lanes options? Has to be God, right? That's God of Faramis. Sertian. Okay. We can go with Sertian as well, I guess. They're trying to second guess it whether this is actually the pick for them. Come on. Give the organizer some slacks. But alright, here we go. Match up for game number 1 here. And right now, I mean, it's a great pick by ESB Titan as well. They're gonna get all of the positioning and also the setups with Fury of Phoenix first already. So even if Wonder Pandas were to set up with, let's say, Way of the Dragon first as a surprise fight, Fury of Phoenix can also disrupt real-world manipulations rather quickly. So definitely the one to look out for. Hey, who knows? Who knows? This could work into ESB favors as well. For Wanderers Pandas, yeah, I mean, we can look at a more team fight centric game plans, right? But I'm really looking forward to see how they're gonna fix their macro game, which is sort of like their shortcomings ever since the MSL Grand Finals. All right, here we go. Super G Caps. First time I've ever seen him as well. But let's see what he's got. And then you got 67M. A rather recent name, I have to say. Okay. Series going to find him very early on and applying pressure straight away with True. That's exactly what you have to do when you have a glue against True matchups. Garnet is trying to provide supports, maybe looking for an opportunity for Series to draw fights near the outbushes. Sep as well. With Esmeralda can only do so much against Piper. Of course, keep him at bay in the lane phase. That's going to be their main objectives here. Oh, 2 got set up by 67M and also Super G Caps. Fortunately, Wanderers Pandas damage has yet to gain the engagement levels. Flukyo trying to show down against Crown. Looking for the chance to follow up the fight, but at least now they can invade into the jungle creeps here at least. Applying constant pressure onto the mid lane as well. Suwi going quite deep with the Super G Caps here. Looking for a chance to invade the orange buff straight away. Garnet C trying to flank in from behind, drawing out Void Crystals already from him. Showdown against 6-7. Gotta go in. Piper flanking for crowd as a first blast. Sep got Sylvie in behind as well and claims double with Sir Ross. 2 against 1. Alright. Punish a transgression from Wanderers Panda. And the next one with Piper would be fall by 6-7. Alright. 6-7. I just realized that. I thought it was 6-7M. 6-7. At this point, ESB is going to get this turtle without as much of a contest by Wanderers Pandas. So that's a very interesting matchup indeed. So Pandas got the first blood, but it seems like they were actually... Ooh, Sep against Piper. Knockout Strike already being online and I believe expense. That's Moonshield is going to draw so much engagement from Bagidos for Piper. And now Super G-Caps mounts onto Sylvie. Not able to draw that much value from them. Let me check my audio real quick, guys. I mean, it's not too bad, right? Currently, as we speak. Ooh. Viper's trying to make sure to keep Sep at bay. And then the rest has to be about progressions, right? So... not much telling performances from both sides. At least Flukyo can make sure to keep Weather up within the turret's vicinity. but the showdowns between the mid lanes, this is where Wanderers Panda really need to adjust, because the follow-up damage from ESB Titans can kind of guarantee the kill way better. Sep. Gonna get drawn back in behind the turrets by Piper. And at least they can now kind of contest onto the next turtle, which is about to be spawned in the next 30 seconds. They can definitely try to rotate more here, but what I'm seeing right now, Super G-Caps try to make sure to keep his eye on to Silvy's show. And now Piper is gonna get pressure on with the 6-7 as well as Sep. And then they can also initiate the rotation first as well for the ESB side. Second turtle being spawned. The Bruneian side is first to the scene here. Silvy is right in behind the commotions. Into the ambush. Finds Super G-Caps against Garn NC first. Phantom Steed coming in from Sir Ross as well. Drawing in actions. Fury of Phoenix disrupting all of them with real manipulations as well. Crown fires Silvy first. And then goes on with Sir Ross. Mortal Twins down by Thai side. At this rate, 2's down by Wanderers Panda. They're gonna have to retreat straight away, giving ESB Titan a chance to secure this turtle. And Super G-Caps, about to be overcommitted over there into the turret vicinity, but Crown is gonna get 2 kills as well as a turtle for Bruneian side. Right now, Crown is on roll. 2 kills, 2 assists. And they can also apply more pressures on with the minion waves hitting in the top lanes as well. So that is the kind of like the advantage that Seps currently need in order to match up against Paquitos from Piper's side. Seros, Did they actually find one though? We have Super G-Caps. ESB can actually kind of invade the jungle sides for Wanderers Panda a bit. Yeah, so Super G-Cap is very proactive. He can definitely kind of help with the progressions for the map awareness of ESB Titans. So we're seeing Thai teams, both Wanderer Pandas and now BaconTime as well, they're trying to draw a bit more of a timing in order to make sure that Flukios or Gan NC, right, in BaconTime's case, like making sure that they kind of got that progressions on for their Claude. But so it's about how much that their opponents can kind of inflict the damage upon them in order to deny the comeback mechanics. Okay, I mean, at least they can actually find 2s right now, but Silvy is in a bit of pickle here. I think Super G-Cap is already aware of his positioning and trying to chase him down into Wanderers Panda side of the jungles. Paquitos from Vipers try to go to the mid lanes here to cut the minion waves at the mid lanes early. Third turtles being spawned already. The Titan sides were the first to the scene. And now they're trying to flank into Fury of Phoenix, finding him already. Silvy managed to secure the turtle here. And now Crowd trying to looking for engagement. Evil Queller already being expensed. Chrono Dash coming in from Venerop as well. Couldn't find no ones. Alright. Wanderers Panda this time. At the very least, with the fights here, Super G-Caps in between the commotions, looking for the targets to mount. That's going to be Flukyo. But Silvy is ready to flanking onto him as well with the Way of the Dragons. I was about to say, yeah, Flukyo is known for his 6-7 jokes. Super G-Caps finding Gan NC first. Chrono Dash, but one managed to draw out well. That's going to be Silvy. Simon Frost being expensed as well. Flukyo has to keep them at bay, finishing off the minion waves, already keeping the rest of ESB Titans from the outer turrets on the bottom lanes. Flukyo with a blazing duets onto Venerops here. Super G-Caps. And then into Sir Ross, who managed to receive him well with the Phantom Steeds. And then they're going to make this U-turn into the mid lanes. So, of course, we're going to see Sep as well as Pipers trying to draw the fights to the mid lane instead, so that the rest of the teams can kind of contribute to the fights very early on. Sylvie trying to find on the 2. Sylvie is by himself right now. I think Step is already caught onto his position from Super G caps. I mean, Flugio can, of course, like retreat back well with the Claude, but it's not the right timing for him to draw out like basic duets in order to help Sylvie. So that's something that he has to also look out for. And the lot has already been spawned. It seems like Titans were the first to the scene here. We're seeing Crow about to engage onto the fight here. Piper is going to be the one to keep an eye out on him. Pandas have to draw out a big fight right now, but Sir Ross in big trouble. Sir Ross got rendered off first, and he has to disengage, but I think Zeb has got his eye onto him, flanking in from behind. Oh, great escape by Sir Ross. And right now it's up to the rest with Sylvie and Flugio up against 3 by ESB Titans as well. And Sylvie can, of course, use his mobilities to chase down Zeb to supply gun and C at the mid lanes here instead. There haven't been a kill for a couple of minutes now, so I guess like I think Wanderers Panda is starting to scale the sustained items up a bit more. Zeb going up. Oh, Super G caps going in as well and mounting onto Sylvie. This is a target that he needs. Got drawn into the turrets here with Flugio finishing him off. Oh, that's not necessarily the right timing to draw glue in. But I guess like that's just what it is right now. ESP Titans is a man down. And I guess Wonder Pandas can open up the fight on the Lord Siege straight away. Zeb against Piper. Sylvie find onto him. Committing to a team fight straight away with Phantom Seed from Sir Ross as well. Piper got Zeb already. Simon fought big expense up by Venerop here. Sir Ross got the Lord instead. And Flugio finishing up 6-7 as well. And Flugio gonna go for the double with Venerop here with Sir Ross finishing off crowd 4 downs by ESB Titans. Oh my days. Wanderer Pandas. They managed to make it in here. Super G Caps has to hold on to the inner turrets on the mid lanes here instead. But Piper's gone to split push on the top lane as well. Find the outer turrets already. Look, the Wanderers Panda rosters has only recently picked up MLBB as well. Like by the time that they won the national youth tournaments, there were 2 months picking up MLBB, and when they make it to grand finals, it was 7 months. So definitely a crazy trajectory, and also I guess potential for these kids. Wanderers Pandas already got 3k goal lead. They can actually kind of split push more right now. Lords at the bottom lanes instead. Sylvie, God and C, and Flugio ready for to commit to any follow-up fights. Sylvie find the angles. Zeb is in his sight. Oh, another Lord's in as well. Flugio with a blessing duets. 5-6-7. Zeb as well got caught by Phantom Steed by Sir Ross first. Can retreat back in with Salmon Force as a barrier. But G-Cap's gonna get solo out here as well by the Thai jungler. Zeb, 3 against 1. Crowd ready for Evil Queller as well. Accessing the back lines. Finds Sylvie, half his HP already gone. Holding on to, at least they can get to the base right now. Oh, and Sir Ross gonna fight Venerop as well. No more Salmon Force damage dealing from ESB Titans. Crowd got picked off as almost a wiped out here. 7 6-7 respawn in time, but the inhibitor turrets on the top lanes is already gone. Zeb find the back lines. Fury of Phoenix to disrupt Wanderers Panda here, and this could be the opening that the Bruneian side need. They have to re-engage first. Sylvie's gonna fall to the hands of Esmeralda from Zeb, but Piper solo out 6-7 here, but Zeb have the finishing off with the Soros go for the doubles now for the Bruneian side. Flugio finishing him off as the monster kill, and Wanderers Panda got game number 1. All right, finally a Thai team secure a game, man. That's dope. All right. A bit of a laughter for the Thai side. At least we can secure a game win. Flugyo is definitely going to get this MVP here. 6 kill, 4 assists without a single death concede. This is actually the main points here why he is actually right now gaining the lead for the teams. Very good performance by him. Meanwhile, for ESB Titans, I have to say that they actually start the game quite well. We're seeing crowds killing both the first turtles here, but yeah, they got snowball once the scaling started to tip into Wonders Panda's favor. Bandara Pender. Oh, man. Gotta love the Thai casters, man. Dr. Marks and Bird 5-star. Shout out to them. Oh, there's gonna be the break? Come on. A break between games. What do you mean? I mean, yeah, okay. Have to wait a bit further for that. Meanwhile, okay, so when the Pandas get the lead, I guess that like the maybe Claude is gonna get respect banned by Flukio straight up. So I think it's very important that they kind of deny them Harith. Harith is really the Achilles heel. Okay, you're never supposed to let it fall into any sort of prolific junglers. Sorry, prolific marksman, regardless of teams. Okay, I think that he has to this Harith have like the biggest win rates out of any potential Thai MLBB teams, I guess. Gonna check the stats for MSL Thailand. Three minutes ago. I mean, we can keep picking up on the ENC, right? Especially with the battles. I mean, look, it's very much likely that we're gonna see a bit of a team fights coming in from Wanderers Panda as well. But from what we're seeing here is, of course, going to be the macro game. So seeing ESB Titans experience, I think this is something that they can adjust rather quickly. So I don't think Wonder Pandas should. I think they should switch it up a bit. You know, not keeping it up entirely on the points about them making it to the next steps, about them making sure that the itemizations actually fall into their favors. They really need another game plans apart from relying on the scalings. I understand like that's how the game works, right? You're supposed to have that always as your like modus operandi, as supposed to be your number one game plans, but like they need to find a way to switch up the in-game callings in case like things doesn't go according to their plans. Let's see the up against Nightmare, whom I think is going to rely a bit more on map pressure in order to make sure that the scalings and then also the farmings from Wanderers Panda side not going into their favors. So I guess there's that. Hopefully the stream is still going well. I'm trying to pick up on this one. Sorry, let me check my voice real quick. I mean, it's not too bad, right? I'm not like talking too loud or making you guys like having to lower the volumes, did I? I'm gonna try to figure out the way to kind of put more audio maybe onto the desktop instead, but like, oh, I think I see now. I see now. No way. So after all this time, I haven't been. Yeah, there should have been some sort of audio coming in from them as well. Smart mic. Yep. That makes sense. Let me go for okay. So that's the reason why, man. I was about to say like, did everything go well? So, like, did the screens and whatnot? But yeah, that seems to be the case. Uh so right now, half of the screen is actually over there. We might even have to, like, I'm not even joking. Sorry, guys. Okay, I'm gonna see how you're gonna supposed to hide this one. I guess hopefully right now we can hear the audio a bit better. Still nothing being detected. Is that the case? Oh, okay. Yep. So we're trying to keep it at bay right now, making sure that I can draw out as much as possible because I don't like talking over the Thai casters. Just I've never meant to be. So I'm gonna make sure that I can act at the very least like keep the audio at bay. Yeah, I think that's gonna be the reason why. All right, we're back. All right, there we go.
ESB ไททันตอนนี้ไทยเรานำอยู่
Yeah, we managed to gain a lead finally.
แรกก็เล่นได้ยอดเยี่ยมนะคือยอมปล่อยเต่า3ตัวเพื่อที่จะให้
I think this one might be a bit too
มีไอเทมพอคอร์สมีไอเทม
low for them.
เขาพร้อมเขามาเล่นอ็อบเจกต์อย่างหลอด
Yeah, so first game is all about macro game, right? We are seeing that how they can actually accessing a much more preferable options for them.
จุดเปลี่ยนสำคัญเลยผมมองว่าเป็นอีกจุดหนึ่งก็คือการไปคอนเทนต์ออบเจกต์ของซิลวี่ด้วยนะที่ไปเตะเต่าได้ตัวหนึ่งก็น่าจะสร้างความปั่นป่วนได้พอสมควรครับแล้วก็
Okay, yeah, maybe and at the third turtle siege as well. That may be the difference maker for them. Let me know if the audio is all right or not, guys. Sorry.
จาก ESB ครับนี่แหละครับความเป็น ESB บรูไนที่เป็นแชมป์กลุ่ม B มานะครับเขาก็มีความสามารถนะครับแล้วก็การบุกที่ดุดันเหมือนกันเพราะฉะนั้น Wanderer Panda ครับประมาทไม่ได้เลยครับแต่แบนในเฟสนี้
I mean I can hear the audio, although it's kind of loud on my end, which is kind of distracting. I'm gonna have to lower the audio a bit, but yeah, here we are. So Marcel is being... Okay, so ESB is now the first pick. They're still going with the blind band picks of Marcel. And I guess like we can also expect the same from Wanderer Pandas. So they choose to deny glue anymore. That Super G caps brought in the first game. This could potentially open up like a Phobia's picks. Or maybe, who knows, Harith. Interestingly, ESB is still being the first pick, but they still decided to go with the blind ban picks. So they're gonna do the due diligence of banning both Marcel and then Freya. For Wanderers Panda, maybe force Drusin into ESB hands, maybe. And then hopefully they have the way to counter them by that point. I never see Wanderers Panda prioritize like banning Drusin, so I'm putting my money on Phobius. Nolan is also interesting picks, but they're gonna go for Valier. Valier in the first ban phase. That's interesting. For ESB Titans. ESB Titans, potentially Harith. I don't think that they're gonna prioritize Claude as a respect band. I mean, if the slots were open up for them, maybe, but this is a first ban phase. It's a blind pick. They got options for one only. It's gonna be Basia. So last band picked by Wanderer Pandas. Either Harith or Jusin or Phobius. That is all gonna be interesting. I guess ban Harith at this point, maybe. Because I think that if that's being the case, ESB is going to pick that as their first options, and then leaving Wanderers Panda with either like a Phobius and then also Claude. Oh, Jusin being banned by Wanderer Pandas, so ESB Titans can go for Harith as a first pick, I guess. All right.
ตัวปัญหานะครับที่สร้างเขาเรียกว่าสร้างความปั่นป่วนในทีมไฟค่อนข้างเยอะนะครับแล้วเจอมาบ่อยครั้งตอนนี้ก็ตัดทิ้งไปเลยนะครับโฟเวียสพลิกมาเป็นพลิกแรกนะครับ
I mean, yeah, we can definitely go with that.
โปรเวียสครับมาแล้วจะต้องเปิดสู้แล้วครับเขาก็อยาก
Trying to draw out another fight, maybe.
ดับมาเขายังมั่นใจฮาริสเขาอยู่นะครับแล้วก็จะมีแกรนเจอร์ที่น่าสนใจเหมือนกันแต่แน่นอนครับการเปิดคู่ของฝั่งเวเดอร์แพนด้าเนี่ยก็จะได้ปากิโต้ครับปากิโต้จะมากับ
Yeah, they're gonna ESB is going to go with the Phobius, and then of course Wonder Pandas is now open up for Harith. They definitely should have picked that
ฟูฮิโร่ของเซอร์ลอสเนี่ยมันหลุดเยอะพอสมควรครับโอ้โห
Harith, and then Paquito. Interesting.
อีฟกับครอสไหมครอสมาแล้วอีฟต้องมาแล้วครับแบบนี้แล้วมาจริงครับอ้าวเลือกที่จะดราฟมาแบบนี้ก็น่าสนใจครับ ESB ครับจะเปิดวาเลนติน่าไหมเพราะวาเลนติน่าสามารถก๊อปเรียวเวอร์ได้
Yeah, interestingly,
โดยคอมโบของเวเดอร์แพนด้า
they could have go with Juvia. They could have go with Valentina, and then also Harith. I'm still endorsing that. I think that should be the pick that ESB go for.
ที่ว่าจะเลือกตัวอะไรนะเพราะว่าโฟเวียสมาแล้วครับโอกาสในการจะจับฮาริสที่หลุดแบนออกมาเนี่ยก็มีสูงเหมือนกันนะสำหรับทาง ESB
ครับ
อยู่ที่ว่าจะเล่นหรือเปล่าครับแถมคราวนะครับย้ำอีกครั้งครับเป็นผู้เล่นที่ในโปแลนด์ได้โดดเด่นมากนะครับสำหรับคราว
I mean, Nolan is a great shout, but right now I think there's way better options. They're gonna go for Suyo for Crown instead. So yeah, he performed quite well, even the first game, and then they're gonna get Harith straight away. My days. Hmm.
Wanderer Panda ครับจะสวนกลับด้วยตัวอะไรครับ
Might have to go for Paquito.
มารับมือตรงนี้ครับกับทางฮาริสดีครับโอ้แล้วล็อกมาแล้วเลยครับสำหรับทางฝั่ง Wanderer
Leomord for Sir Ross first. Okay.
ให้เซอร์รอสเล่นม้าต่อครับตรงนี้ครับยังจะคงความดี
But if you make it to the ban phase here, then of course like they can definitely pick out on Paquito's choice for ESB, and then of course they're not gonna let Valentina's falls into the hands of, what was it, like Zeb, right? Zeb was a mid laners.
หยิบมาแล้วด้วยนะครับในการแข่งขันกับติมอร์ครับเนี่ยครับก็จะหยิบปาเกโต้มาเนี่ย1 ครั้ง
Yeah, I mean for ESB it's sensible to ban Paquito in the second ban phase right now, because like from the openings and also the priorities from Thunderous Panda.
โอ้เอาวันนี้ ESB ครับจะต้องมาเจอกับทีมที่สุดแกร่งอย่างวอลเลอร์แพนด้าของประเทศไทย
ครับ
ตอนนี้แบนเฟสสุดท้ายครับในตัวแรก ESB ไททันครับตัด
ยูเรนัสครับ
Uranus instead of Paquito. Interesting.
โอ้นี่ยูเรนัสครับ
I mean, maybe they could already say that, hey, Esmeralda can kind of hold off against Paquito quite well. Maybe that's another matchup that they're trying to replicate in game number 2, which I can understand. Okay, but then at the same time, you would really have to watch out for that, because yeah, Sertian is gonna get banned out as well.
สำหรับ Wanderer Panda
So kind of like narrow down the options for the mid lanes. Right now, I guess you still have, I was about to say Valia, but this is already a respect ban, like a priority ban picks for Wanderers Panda. 4 bans being mid laners.
ตัดยูเรไปแล้วนะครับจะตัดตัวอะไรอีกล่ะครับของทาง Wanderer Panda ครับอาจจะมองไปที่อลิสหรือเปล่าครับหรือจะเป็นตัวละครอื่นๆนะครับหรือจะตัดพิกออฟอย่างชูที่เล่นได้ดีมากนะครับสำหรับซิลวี่ในเกมที่ผ่านมาโอ้ตัดมาแล้วครับตรงนี้
Uranus and High Loss. Okay.
มาครับ
I lost. Alright. Because Siwi has yet to pick, right? Will Siwi just go for Shu once more at this point? Because like all the options were still available for them. And then maybe Piper can even also repeat the Paquito pick as well. But this time it's against Phobius.
โอ้พอตัดกรูแล้วเนี่ยจะมีตัวอื่นนอกเหนือจากกร็อกหรือเปล่าครับแต่ตอนนี้เปิดแล้วครับบัตเตอร์แพนด้าโอ้กับตัวละกันครับ
Oh,
มาได้สวยครับเอา
Gatot for Sylvie.
หลังครับตอนนี้เมทที่เหลืออยู่เนี่ยก็จะมีในส่วนของเลนกลางอย่างโอ้โหวาเลนติน่าก็โดนแบนไปแล้ว
Valentina's already got banned.
โดนจี้ครับ
There's only God,
ที่ถูกจับมาเหมือนกัน
either God or maybe Farsa.
เมทที่เคยจับก็จะมีวาเลียจูซิน
unless that they're probably gonna go for Faramis, but that's gonna not. I don't think that's like necessary.
บ้านมานะคือจี้หมดเลย วาเลียจูซิน วาเรนติน่า บูเซ็กที
Yeah, it's like 4 ban picks by them being mid laners.
โอ้เป็นฟาซ่า
Yeah, so it has to be Farsa.
ก็จะเล่นยากหน่อยเพราะเรามีกระโตและ
Go for the comfort pick, but they got Grok as well for super G caps. That's actually a nice one.
แบนหมด จะเล่นอะไรตัวที่ 3 ดี มีกอไก่อะไรไหม กิ๊ก กุ๊ก กัก
เฮ้ย
Grok already being banned, so
คุณง่วงปะเนี่ย
what else?
ผมกำลังเจาะระบบช่วย
คนดูถึงขั้นถามว่าจันมาร์กหลับเหรอ
ผมกำลังเจาะระบบช่วยวันเลอร์แพนด้าอยู่
อ๋อ ใช้ได้
โอ้ย
ใช้
โท
ได้
ษทีครับขอไป
Last ban for the mid lanes.
เอาครับ ตอนนี้ตัวสุดท้ายครับ ตรงนี้จากทาง
Jungler already being picked, so
กิ๊กมาเป็น
would it just repeat Bagito, or what sort of matchup can be potentially against Phobius?
ครับ
โอ้โหตอนนี้ปาเกตโต้ก็หลุดนะ
Hmm.
ปาเกตโต้เอ็ดมือ
Marauder.
ใช่เหลือวีจง
I like Vizong, but Sora for Piper. All right.
เอามาเกมนี้ดาบสวยมากนะครับในฝั่งของวันเลอร์แพนด้า
Both sides. I think ESB Titans also have to. Yeah, Wanderers Panda definitely have to look out for Harith.
อุ้ย
พอกระโตโดดพาซ่าแคนเซิลดันติ
แล้วยังไงต่อ
ฮาริสจะเข้ามาสไลด์ก็ติดโซละ
อ้าว แล้วถ้ากรอกอะ
ก๊อกมาโดนครอส
They're trying to portray the fight scenes already between the two teams here for the Thai casters. But yeah, definitely, this one will be a different matchup entirely. You know, we have a different setups of players as well. But Wanderers Pandas currently they're gonna have a lot of options to accessing the back lines here. Avatar of the Guardian definitely being the number one priorities for Sylvie, and then I guess like Phantom Steed for Sir Ross can also
หรือ 2-0 ตอนนี้เลยครับ
kept switching things up as well. The lineup here is I don't think is accurate, but definitely
เลยธงไทยต้องมา ธงบรูไนต้องมีครับ
Guardian Z
กันเชียร์ครับ
with the Zep.
แพนด้าก็ต้องไหลมายาวๆแล้วครับสำหรับวันเดอร์แพนด้าตรงนี้ครับ นี่คือพลังแพนด้าที่จะโหมกระหน่ำครับ กดดันใส่ ESB พลังไททันครับ
ESB Titans against Wanderer Pandas once more. Wanderers Panda already up 1 game in the best of 3 series.
ฟาซ่าเนี่ยข้อดี
Sorry, best of 5.
เกี่ยวไวก็จริงครับ แต่เขาจะโดนขัด
Hmm.
แน่นอนว่ามีตัวเข้าอย่างซิล
So Sui can keep flanking onto 2. Sep also got pressure by Piper straight away.
เสียเว็บได้
Has to finish the minion waves after him.
แต่ตอนนี้เนี่ยอะไรก็เกิดขึ้นได้นะ ถ้าไม่ประมาท
ครับ
นะเพราะฉะนั้นแล้วต้องเล่นในตามแผนที่วางเอาไว้
Hopefully this is only about the streaming here, guys, but definitely I'm gonna have to check it out real soon. I mean, who knows if Wanderers Panda actually made it to 2 games.
ฝั่งของวันเดอร์แพนด้าครับ
All right,
เอาครับเกมเริ่มมา
this is actually no, this is not live at all. First part of the being happens. Who knows?
ก๊อกก็เดิน
Oh my days.
ซิลวี่เดินตามก๊อกเลยครับก๊อกเดี๋ยว
Fee, right?
ซิลวี่
720. That's the best I can do.
ก๊อกก็เดินโซนให้ครับ มีซิลวี่เดินตามก๊อกเลยครับก๊อกไปไหน เดี๋ยวซิลวี่ไปแบบนั้นเลยครับ คือติดตัวติดกันอ่ะ คือไงก็ตัวติดกัน
So yeah, we're gonna see this one once more. The proactive walk by Super G Caps. At the very least, I think right now he can find Exort instead. Sorry, Sir Ross instead.
ครับผม
Oh, Suiz is in big trouble. He's got caught with Fatal Airstrike, but he got disrupted straight away with real manipulations coming in. Sir Ross finds 6-7 as the first part goes to Wanderer Pandas. He's doubling it down with Crown as well.
ย่อไว้
All right. I was about to say Silvi just caught on to the to the Fatal Airstrike straight away, but great play by Sir Ross, saving his twin brothers.
เฮ้ยแบบนี้แล้วเก็บเต่าไปเพิ่มด้วยครับสำหรับทางเซอร์รอสครับ
โหดเกิน
กลายเป็นว่าได้โมเมนตัมมาแล้วครับสำหรับทางวันเดอร์แพนด้าไทยครับตรงนี้แพนด้าไทยครับมา
Oh, they're gonna commit to another team fights here in mid lanes. Oh man. I'm thinking about like straight up like just go with a solo screen here right now, guys. Like this is killing me, seriously.
ของครับ
All right. Hopefully right now we are back. So at least Flugio can find Venom up.
ตอนนี้เรานะเป็นเจ้าภาพเราต้องกดดันกันหน่อย
ครับ
We can actually put pressures more onto the mid lanes here instead. Do not let 6-7 actually get the scalings up. So Federal Airstrike once more, finding no one except Sylvie. And oh, some seems to go on to Garn NCs in the mid river bush instead.
มุดด้านหลังครับจะเล่นกับตัวอย่างอีฟครับอีฟครึ่งหลอดไม่กลับด้วย การไม่กลับแบบนี้อันตรายครับซูโยเข้าไปเวทป่าของวอร์เดอร์แพนด้าต่อวอลแอค2เซอร์รอดขึ้นมาแล้ว
นี่ครับเดินเกมมาบ้างแล้วนะครับ3-0คิวครับรูปเกมก็เนี่ยแหละครับลีกรอง
I mean, oh, and it seems like they got pressure onto the bottom lane, at least for Vanderpandas. Pandas. Right now we have Sep as well as Crown trying to group up, put pressure onto the bottom lanes. Meanwhile, at the mid lanes, it still seems to go into the tight side favors.
ก็ต้องกลับไปฟาร์มครับตอนนี้รูปเกมนะครับก็เป็นจังหวะการเดินโซนไล่พื้นที่ของวันเดอร์แพนด้านะครับที่ไล่โซนได้ลึกมากนะใช่แล้วก็พยายามหาตำแหน่งกดดันได้ดีครับเซอร์รอสเนี่ยพยายามจะกดดันใส่กรอกนะครับโอ้โหเนี่ยครับแป๊บเนี่ยครึ่งหลอดเลยนะเจอม้าขวิดไป2-3ทีครับแล้วโซนพื้นที่บริเวณเต่าเลยครับสำหรับทางวันเดอร์แพนด้าเรียกฟุกโยมาแล้วครับสำหรับเซอร์รอสครับเซอร์รอสโซนกันอยู่กับฟุกโยครับในการเก็บเต่าและเก็บได้ไวอยู่แล้วครับเซอร์รอสรอเลยครับ
Oh, okay. Yeah, they're definitely gonna get that.
คอนเทสใดๆครับสำหรับทาง ESB พลังไททันครับ
I've yet to see like how exactly is the stream qualities go right now. Sorry guys. But it seems like for what it's worth, Wonders Panda is still up by 1k goal differences. They can kind of apply pressure onto the outer turret straight away.
เรียวมอสกับโซราครับที่ขึ้นขวานมาแล้วก็มีโกยวาดครับที่ขึ้นมาได้แล้วครับ1ชิ้นของอีฟครับตัวตัดฮิวครับชอบเลยครับนี่ครับตัดฮิวใส่กรอกได้แล้วก็เป็น
Gonna be automatic resolutions. This one is native, and as much as I want that, man, it's way too overkill right now. So if I were to apply the same one up and then generation room,
ซิกเซเว่มครับพยายามจะโพสกิลใส่ซิลวี่นะครับโอ้โหซิลวี่เจ็บนะครึ่งหลอดตรงนี้
let's see about this one.
ครับครึ่งหลอดแล้วไงครับแต่ใจมันกล้าครับซิลวี่เพราะว่าเซอร์รอสครับแปดน้องมาแล้วขอกดดันไปก่อน1ทีครับตรงนี้เซอร์รอสเดินไล่เลยครับพร้อมกับซิลวี่ทุบไปก่อนอีก1ครั้งครับเข้ามางัดอีก1ทีแฟนตอมซีดครับขึ้นมาฮีกอบครับตัวนี้เข้าไปหาไล่ไปหัวฮีกอบ
Oh,
ตรงนี้เข้าไปกดดัน
with the Federal Airstrike, somebody got knocked out by 2. Gonna see find Step first already. Super G caps could be the next to fall.
ที่ไล่ควิดแบบไม่พักเลยครับ
เฮ้ย
มาไง
อ๋อ
It seems like right now my life is diabolical, guys. Sorry. Yeah, it's not looking good at all, man. So for many of the map here, seems like I try to make sure that I can connect it to anything else but the main Wi-Fi that I'm currently using. So, god damn. All right, we're gonna have to wait and see, I guess.
นี่คือลมณ์ดีนะ
อารมณ์ดีอารมณ์ดี
ไม่กดดันนะ
ไม่กดดัน
ดูจากรูปเกมแล้วเกมนี้วอร์เดอร์แพนด้าครับก็ยังคุมแมปได้
My live streams have got blasted, man. Like it's never been this bad.
ดีอยู่ครับแล้วพยายามเอาเลสบัฟในฝั่งของ ESB แล้วขี่เมฆมากัน2ตัวจะเล่นไหมเสือร้อนต้องระวังกลาง
Whoop.
แรมดักไว้
At least he can kind of try to figure out a way a bit Oh, so Ross is by himself here.
จริงๆนะครับคนที่ขอมาให้ภาคเป็นเสียงม้านี่ผมไม่รู้จะทำไงเลย
ตอนนี้ชาวเน็ตก็ขออะไรก็
Flugyo definitely gonna get the outer turrets here as well.
ไหวหรือเปล่า
โอ้แต่เป็นโซราครับ
So a bit. Oh,
ด้วยครับในจังหวะ
Sora got crown once more as well.
ซาสึเกะครับออกมาเป็นอาเดน่าชิลนะครับสำหรับทางซิวี่ตอนนี้รูปเกมวันเดอร์แพนด้าครับได้เปรียบสกอร์เนี่ย 7-0 แต่เราไม่พูดถึงเรื่องฟุตบอลนะครับผมบอกก่อน
All right. Oh, the
มาครับจะเอาให้ได้ครับแล้ว
seems like it's already being expended as well.
เวฟกลางครับด้านบนไฟเปอร์ดันยาวๆครับเลนข้างครับดันมาอย่างต่อเนื่องครับฟรอนโฟเวียสเนี่ยไปเบรกเวฟคิวด้านล่างไว้แล้วเปิดมาไล่เสียฟิกเกอร์อีก2ทีมมีฟิกเกอร์
Lost the flickers. Super G caps find him. Mr. Ross as well.
เนี่ยครับเดินเกมแล้วครั
Oh, 6-7.
เป็นล่างโหมดสายฟ้าชกใส่เลยครับ
Has to use bird form to disengage first. And now without the Guardian to confirm the kills. Sylvie
พูดเอาไม่รู้แต่ตรงนี้ซิลวี่ทำได้สวยกว่าซูเปอร์แกรทำมาครับแล้วเป็นการดีซีนะครับ
finds Super G caps.
ที่เรียบร้อย
They already got the turrets as well.
ตรงนี้วันเดอร์แพนด้าคลั่งเหลือเกินแพนด้าเขาว่าน่ารักครับแต่ตรงนี้ไล่ฟาดไม่พักเลยครับทาวเวอร์กลางเทียร์2เป็นของวันเดอร์แพนด้าแล้วตรงนี้ขี่มาอีกแล้วครับฮีกับกดดันใส่ครับตรงนี้พยายามจะกดดันแต่สุดท้ายครับยัง
Sylvie with the real revelations as well for Gan NC.
ดีมากๆครับวันเดอร์แพนด้า
Hmm.
การเล่นม้าของเซอร์
Yep, they're getting way more confident as well.
แล้วตอนนี้เนี่ยคือต้องใช้ฉายาเขาเลยต้องให้ฉายาเลยว่านี่คือผู้ใช้ม้า
ครับ โอ้โห ผู้ใช้ม้า มืออาชีพจริง ๆ นะฮะสำหรับทางเซอร์รอสครับ
So Ross.
โอ้เป็นแพนด้า
So Flugio is by himself right now. I think it's not going to be worried too much with all of this 7k goal differences. But Sylvie got sold in by one with better airstrike by Sylvie S1.
แต่ไม่เป็นไร
Oh.
เก่งมากครับซิลวี่
I think without the Guardian, okay, it's online already, but he's not going to dive in even further, right? And then Flugio, of course, he can outstay himself at this point. Free up by ESB. But Wonders Panda is probably going to try to disengage already.
ในฝั่งของเวอร์เดอร์แพนด้าค่อนข้างที่ชิลพอสมควรนะครับโอ้โหนี่เลือกที่จะเปิดรอเลยครับแล้วเล่นแบบเน้นนะ
เม้มเลย
ไม่มีห้าวไม่มีประมาทเลย
Then we go with a 180.
ห้าวไม่มีประมาทเลยคือการเดินเกมของวันเดอร์แพนด้าวันนี้มันสมบูรณ์แบบจริงๆครับ
Sylvie can drive out crowns away. Meanwhile, Wonder Pandas can get this Lord without much of a troubles or contest by the Bruneian side.
พยายามจะ
The best they can do right now is to maintain that
แล้วฮาริสเนี่ยต้องรีบกลับเลยนะครับเพราะว่าไปเรื่อย
orange buff control.
ได้ของ3ชิ้นเป็นที่เรียบร้อยนะครับของชิ้นหลักการเงินเนี่ยนำห่างฮาริสเนี่ยค่อนข้างเยอะนะประมาณ 2,000 กว่าๆเลยครับแต่ตรงนี้คราวเจอเข้าไปเล่นครับจากซิลวี่แม่คราวตรงนี้ครึ่งหลอดนะจ๊ะแล้วฟุกโยครับไปไล่ขายใส่เลยครับใส่ทางตัวละครอย่างฮาริสครับฮาริสเจ็บ
Fugio can find one as well, drawing out the shields from the inhibitor turrets on the top lanes.
เล่นเกมรับแล้วครับโอ้โหแล้วถ้าจะรับหลอดแอบยากนะเพราะ
And this Lord is going to keep driving in, keep edging in further.
ก็เคลียร์ยากนะฮาริเนี่ยเหมาะกับการเล่นทีมไฟมากกว่าครับแล้วเข้าไปเป็นที่เรียบร้อยครับหลอดของวันเดอร์แพนด้าเจอเกราะระเบิดใส่หลอดไปเรียบร้อยครับตอนนี้เกราะทองไม่มีครับตรงกลางแบทเทิลแอร์ซอยโอ้โหไล่ในฝั่งของวันเดอร์แพนด้าอยู่ไฮเปอร์ครับเคลียร์ทาวเวอร์ได้หลายทาวแล้วครับตอนนี้จะปิดเกมเลยครับโอ้โหแล้ว0-8แล้วนะ
โอ้โหดีครับสกอร์เปลี่ยนไปสักหน่อยครับอย่า07เลยครับแต่08ตรงนี้ดีขึ้นมามากๆเสือร้อนครับขึ้นมาต่อครับ
Okay, Guardian sees zoning out the area without the Guardian, not finding no one. I guess Zoras can cut on one as well by Piper side. Plugio's coming in, replacing the West 5 Super G caps already. Nice timing by him. Fitted airstrike by Farside's not going to be able to do much as now they manage to diverge their attentions onto the inhibitor turrets on the top lane instead.
รัวกดดันใส่ครับฟุกโยขอตีป้อมหน่อยได้ไม่ได้ตรงนี้เกือบได้ครับป้อมบนเนี่ย
แล้วตรงกลางนี่ไม่มีทาวเวอร์แล้วครับโอ้โหเอา ESB จะทำยังไงครับเลดก็ไม่มีนะตอนนี้อะไรก็ไม่เป็นใจกับ ESB เลยครับบรูไนพยายามจะฝืนเคลียร์เลนสู้กับตัวแทนจากประเทศไทยอย่างวอเตอร์แพนด้าก็ยังทำลำบากครับส่งกร็อกเข้าไปก่อนครับแหมเก็บเขียวออกให้หมดครับเจอซิลวี่ชาร์จรอครับเจาะเกราะของการเอซีมาเหมือนกัน
วันเดอร์แพนด้าครับมาเดือดมากนะคือโมเมนตัมของเกมก็ทำให้การเงินของเขาดีดขึ้นนำนะครับ
They're going to get all of this positioning as well.
1นาทีนะ
I think Super G caps can only do so much, right? But then, interestingly, Piper is trying to cut off the minion waves quite early.
นาทีตรงนี้ครับท
hold off onto it instead. So only Super G Caps right now is the one who opening up his position. I guess Sui is looking for more. Minion Waves can flanking in from the mid lanes as well. We gotta watch out as well at the base. Draw them closer here. The Zep and Super G Caps can also help with the damage as well.
อยู่กลางอยู่ใต้ไม่ปลอดภัยแน่นอนครับ
ใช่ครับต้องไปขับนะวินมอไซค์อยู่ที่กทมนะ
ใช่ครับ เฮ้ยคุณก็ รู้จักเพลงนี้เหรอ
ทันอยู่ผมเจนซีไงอาจจะแอบไปดูย้อนหลังได้
เมื่อวานคุณบอกเจนแซดนะ
อ้าวเล่นหลอดกันแล้วครับ
Okay. Murder Panda is probably the first to the lot. I don't think there's going to be so much of a contest from ESB Titans right now. Seaweeds could keep Super G Caps at base.
เพราะถ้าออกมาเคลียร์ก็มีราคาต้องจ่ายเหมือนกันว่าดูการค้ำของซิลวี่ครับโอ้ซิลวี่บอกนี่เข้ามาก็เจอกันตัวละกัดหน่อย
เนี่ยครับเข้ามาแล้วเลยครับเดินโซนคือจะใช้หลอดในการปิดเกมแล้วครับออกมาเคลียร์ก็ลำบากนะครับสำหรับทาง ESB คือ
At this point, they probably got twos already.
เงินน้อยลงด้วยนะครับเพราะฉะนั้นระยะห่างในเรื่องการเงินเนี่ยมันก็จะยังคงอยู่ในลักษณะนั้นครับตรงนี้มาแล้วครับซิลวี่ฟุกโยครับตี
He can actually flanking in from two side as well, I guess.
ได้3ทางครับมีสูงมากเลยครับสำหรับทาง Watchalong Panda รอดตรงกลางครับมาแล้วด้วยครับสำหรับรอดตัวนี้เซอร์รอดครับอยู่บริเวณด้านบนนะครับตอนนี้พยายามจะเคลียร์เวฟคลิปอยู่ครับสำหรับทางเซอร์รอดนี่ครับม้าที่ดีที่สุดครับในเกมนี้เลยครับสำหรับ
Lords once more at the mid lanes. Let's see how ESB could have defend this base for them. Okay, we're already with the Avatar of the Guardians inside here. Fighting back lines, Kravis in big trouble here. Messing duets coming in from Flugio as well. Drawing in Super G Caps with a knock up here, but gonna get finishing off by Sir Ross instead. Meanwhile, it seems like Sui is already down by Farsa as well. But right now, this is all 3 downs by ESB Titans, and Wonders Pandas is gonna get game number 2. All right, we are back.
ปิดเกมไปครับขึ้นนำเลยครับ 2-0 ครับจาก Watchalong Panda ครับโอ้ตอนนี้อยู่ที่ ESB แล้วครับจะแก้เกมยังไงครับเพราะว่า
That's a dope game by them, man. Seriously.
การอีกแค่1เกมเท่านั้นแล้วนะครับยังไงช่วยเชียร์เป็นกำลังใจนะครับให้กับทั้ง
I didn't realize that it was actually this delayed though.
นะครับแล้วก็
But definitely, we're up there.
บูไนครับก็ฝากเชียร์ไปพร้อมกันครับ MVP ในเกมนี้ครับต้องให้จริงๆครับเซอร์รอดนะฮะ
Sir Ross
คิวกับ5แอสซิสต์ครับ MVP
not conceding any death as well. That's actually impressive.
ทำดาเมจเยอะมากครับมีส่วนร่วมกับสกอร์คิวเนี่ย 75% เลยนะครับสำหรับทางเซอร์รอดครับหมาของเขาดีดมากครับนี่คือ Watchalong
That's
Panda
dope.
ที่ดีดที่สุดครับในตอนนี้ครับ
โอ้เนี่ยเดี๋ยวชี้แจงกันหน่อยนะไบเปอร์เนี่ยคนไทยนะ
อ้าวไม่ใช่เหรอ แต่ธง
With all this like flag shenanigans as well. Hopefully, it's not too big of a deal.
ในช่องแชทบอกไบเปอร์คนเมียนมาหรือเปล่า
ไม่ใช่เป็นชาวไทยเลยนะครับไทยแท้เลยนะสำหรับทางไบเปอร์นะครับนี่ก็เป็นอีกหนึ่งเกมนะครับที่
So already, Wanderers Pandas is already gonna be up by 2 by this point. Yeah. So this is already a match point for them. One more games to make it to the grand finals and a rematch against Nightmare Esport from Laos.
ในรายการแข่งขัน e-sport World Cup
Someone say something? Sorry.
ไปแข่งขันในเวทีระดับโลกรอบไวการ์ดนั่นเองนะครับถ้าทำได้เป็นแชมป์ใครก็ตามที่เป็นแชมป์นะครับในรายการนี้คุณมีสิทธิ์ได้ไปเลยครับสำหรับ EWC รอบไวการ์ดนะครับแต่เดี๋ยวยังไงเดี๋ยวเราพักเบรกกันสักครู่ครับก่อนจะไปรับชมกันในเกมที่3ครับพักสักครู่เดียวครับ
Announcement. All right, so there's actually a break in between games. So, isn't that the case with first game? That's what I didn't actually remember. But yeah, definitely that is going to be it. At the very least, I can kind of sever up this fight here up. But all right. I mean, there's a restream, yes, but I think that is more eventful to actually watch out the entire games here. Hopefully, I can maybe draw up here, shut down the audio, but seems like this is it. You're gonna get all the turrets, all the base here, and I guess there were some sort of delays as well. I'll definitely fix my stream later, guys. Maybe right after we finish this one. Hopefully it's 3-0. Hopefully Wanderers Panda make it. But ESB Titans also have I think like a very solid